の星からやってきた正義の使者だキッコーマン醤油をたちまちかけたなら食べ物食うとうまくなる外食なんてぶっ飛ばせ必殺技だキッコーパンチ目玉焼きには醤油だろ
Me show you Kikkoman, show me. I'm gonna show you what I have for dinner.
Is it Kiko? Oh, nice.
Cut myself some tri-tip steaks. Let's go. Good evening, good afternoon. Sorry I am late, but
You can't starve.
tri-tip waits for no man. So
No.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right. Didn't have to make that one into jerky first. Just get it just off of pink and go for it.
That's right. I didn't have enough time to dry brine it properly.
Oh,
Yeah, usually I want to do that for at least an hour, but
yeah? Hungry.
Yes.
So what was, not that you owe an explanation or there's anything wrong with it, but what was keeping you from being able to get home in time to brine your steak the way you like it? Were you off on like an adventure somewhere?
Plumber was working on the sink.
Oh no, that's not a fun adventure. I'm sorry.
No, so I have a 63-year-old house.
Oh, nice.
And I tell you, I was just like at wit's end when this happened. Well, Isaac's doing the dishes the other night, and he's like, it's leaking under the sink, and I'm like, what the hell? And I thought maybe it was a loose connection or something.
Sure.
Literally, the steel pipe sticking out of the wall. There's a hole rusted through the pipe.
Oh heavens!
I'm eating tri-tip, Dennis.
Yeah. Looks good. So if you were making a tri-tip steak with a plumber in there, he just dunk and take it.
Well, I didn't want to deal with it. I mean, the whole, everything from under the sink was all over the kitchen floor.
Oh, yeah,
gross,
sure.
And all this stuff. And I was like, all right, he left. I cleaned all of that up stuff first, cleaned out underneath the sink. And then I put the salt on the steak, put it in the fridge, and I looked at the time. I'm like,
uh-oh.
I'm like, I have an hour to cook and eat this, and I slow cook my meat.
Ooh.
So
still good though. It sounds like you're enjoying it.
It's fantastic. Matt would hate it because it's cooked correctly, medium rare, all the way through, pink and beautiful. Dipping it in the au jus that I poured out of the resting bag.
Oh, cool. Now, when you make an au jus, do you do something? Do you just simmer that, or do you simmer it with something? Or
no, I just use the juice that comes out of the when you rest the steak. You take it out of the heat and you wrap it in tin foil. And then, so for people who don't know, what happens is like the heat, the moisture in the meat escapes from the heat. So it's like all the moisture is going towards the center of the meat.
Oh,
when you take it off, right? So that's like if you cut a steak right away, it's like it'll just pour juice out, right?
And then you end up with dry steak.
Take it out. It depends on the size of the steak. It depends on the size of the meat or what you're doing. I made a brisket for my birthday. I rested it for 5 hours.
Whoa.
Came out freaking perfect. I saw you guys' video.
Nice.
So when you rest it, the juices dissipate back into the quote unquote dry spots. So they go back all the way up to the edges of the meat. So then when I pick it up and I show it to you like this, and you're like, how is it glistening from end to shiny end? And you're like, because I rested it for 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes.
Nice.
And
so even when you're in a hurry, it doesn't take that much time. And it looks like it's worth a little bit of patience there.
Well, you're the guys that had to wait.
I guess so. Well, happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
Happy
It's on
birthday.
Saturday.
Of course, of course. Well,
So I
that's-
started at
Mhm.
2:40 in the morning, smoking a brisket. 14. Started at 14 pounds. I probably cut about 2 pounds of meat, fat off of it, and then started smoking that sucker at 2:40 in the morning at 225 degrees. 8:30 in the morning, I got up. I wrapped it with oil, and then another 6 hours later, I pulled it out and then put it in the I put it in the cooler. You put it in a cooler to rest. I swear, 5 hours later, it was still piping hot. And
wow.
I will show a video. Hold on a second, because I did put a video on my YouTube on my Facebook page.
So if you set it up at 2:30 in the morning, does that mean you put on a timer to put on that early, or you just put it on before you went to bed?
I put it on before I went to bed.
Okay.
And then here it is. All right.
Ooh. We all agree.
Greetings, Comic Spare.
Hi, Comic Spare.
How do I
Everybody
expand this
here
video?
says you need to have a cooking channel. This sounds great.
Okay, what?
Everyone says you need to have a cooking channel. Show people how to make good barbecue.
I love cooking.
Yeah.
Present, share screen, window, boom. There we go. Okay. Is that working?
I see
That's
a
working.
black
All right,
screen.
here we
and I
go.
see a mouse.
I will eat while you guys enjoy this video.
All right. Okay, there's no sound.
There's no sound?
I don't hear any sound.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Does
Did
anybody
you
else
guys hear
have?
anything? No? Stop screen. Present. Share screen.
I hear
Window.
hissing. No sound. Dennis says no sound.
I don't
Why
hear
does
anything.
Share audio tab.
Hey, Matt.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi, Becky.
Oh, she stepped out for a minute.
Oh, okay.
She's getting me some
Hey.
Chick-fil-A.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Got it? Sound
I
the
map?
see
one
the
and shirt.
video.
Hi,
You can't hear it?
Hi,
I can hear it.
Hi, Jeff.
I can hear it. Hey, Jeff. I can hear it.
Okay. You heard
You
the
hear?
video.
Yeah.
All right, everybody be quiet. Where's
My very first
Could you hear that?
Yes.
Traeger grilled brisket, not grilled, Traeger grilled smoked brisket. The reveal. Let's find out if this is gonna work. Oh my gosh, look at all that freaking juice. I gotta do, hold on, I need something to.
So much juice.
I need something to pour the juice into.
Hi, Jill.
And it wasn't tried out after that.
Oh, no.
Nice technique there.
Yeah.
Nice technique. I was wondering how you're going to get the juice out of there. I was like, that's going to be tricky and messy. And then you're just like,
Oh my goodness.
that's experience.
Oh, it's in Reuben.
Whoa. What the?
Wow.
And
Oh,
then he
that's it.
spilled it.
That was close.
So much
You need some
juice.
help there. Someone should be helping you hold that. That's making me nervous now. Oh, yeah, look at the hole.
That was my temperature hole.
Ah.
Hold down a bit. Oh my gosh.
Watch how much comes out.
I don't think this is.
You might need a gallon.
Oh, my
Jug.
gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
What?
goodness.
That's
got
like
a
a,
whole-
was
Oh,
that
it smells
two
so
cups?
good.
Yeah, I got
Is
a
that
whole
two
bunch.
cups? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. That's crazy.
My mom made gravy out of it. Oh,
oh.
Holy crap.
I've never made gravy
It's still
before.
coming, but
Look at that.
Yum.
That's a lot of juice. All right.
Mhm.
Let's turn this up.
I love how nothing gets wasted. Like, it's all good.
Ooh.
I invited Matt over. He didn't show up. So, wow.
What?
Oh, I missed it. I was I missed it. I didn't see the message or anything until later.
Aw.
He was too
All
busy
right.
dodging the homeless
Now.
guys outside his block.
Yeah, yeah. After the sun goes down, I kind of stay inside. But
So we can see how it looks.
oh man,
Ah.
Whoa. That's huge.
Yeah.
It is.
Look at
Look
this.
at that.
So that's your piece.
Oh, success! It is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Look at that
Hold
smoke
on,
ring,
I gotta
man.
cut a slice.
Let me guess, it's gone already, right?
Oh yeah.
$3.69 a pound. Oh my gosh, it's falling apart.
Wow.
Told you.
No, I mean for the whole thing.
That's amazing.
Yes, Dennis, I'm not too
Oh
far
my
from
gosh.
Mike.
Look at it fall apart. It just.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to.
Oh.
cut it.
Guys, grab some.
I'm trying. So tender.
Oh man.
Film me. Film me.
So Matt, do you,
Wow.
Matt, do you mooch his figs?
Oh,
Is it
my
good?
gosh.
What was that?
And do you go over and take his figs?
Try it. Try it.
Nom nom nom.
Film him.
That was
Film
like
him. He's eating fruit.
Mommy, did you get some?
Try it. Eat it.
She didn't want to be on camera.
Oh, I was like, I thought she didn't like the meat. I was like,
There we go. Success, brisket. Let's go.
Oh,
Ah,
so good.
that's awesome. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. I wasn't hungry before, right?
oh man.
Where's the part where I cut open? Look at that.
Look at that. Nice.
Look at that, Matt. Look what you missed, Matt.
I know, that's two hands. Look at that. He's holding two hands and it was still
Nice.
huge.
No, right? Yum. Just
Man. How
I
much
was,
That
was
zinc
that?
on
I mean,
your fingers.
I was a little shocked because it was literally like the best brisket I've ever had.
Oh,
Wow. Is this your first time making brisket with your new cooker?
Yep.
Nice.
And it was so simple.
And less than $4 a pound.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my son wants me to make briskets for his wedding. Like you're inviting 120
Nice.
people. That's going to be like 6 or 7 briskets.
That's, I guess,
Thank you,
not
Dennis.
too expensive.
Still hungry for sombreros. I love sombreros.
Ooh, some.
Mm.
Okay, so is sombreros a particular kind of food or is it a particular kind of restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
Okay.
Hmm.
I know it's also a hat, but I figured it
Yeah.
had to.
I've
The
never
people
been
aren't
there.
going to eat their hat.
Hmm.
Oh,
It's
okay.
California thing,
Ah, California
I
thing.
guess. I don't know.
I never heard of it though.
I get this
San
feeling like
Diego
maybe
thing.
I did. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up sometime. See if they have any in Florida.
What's that?
Sombreros
Oh,
restaurants.
really?
I think
Nice.
they might.
Okay, last piece. Then I can stop thinking about food.
It helps when you've got a full stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Those hats are delicious, right? You ever see somebody like it was a sombrero like nacho platter like hat, so it was like
Oh, yeah. I've
the
seen
top
that.
of it. Yeah, those are kind
Wow.
of cute. It's all the toppings in it.
I'll be right back. Someone say something witty while I'm gone.
Someone say something witty. Oh, okay. That's
Witty.
It's a sin.
Witty, witty, witty.
Something
Witty,
and
witty,
witty.
witty, witty.
Witty woodpecker.
Winnie Woodpecker. That's pretty good.
There you go.
Witty, witty.
Dennis likes Mike's shirt.
Yeah, that's. Oh my gosh, that's
That was-
a pretty bad photo. Like
That was
oh,
that
yeah.
was before the mugshot was released too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike
Otherwise,
had
the
that.
mugshot would be on there. If I
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Good point. It worked out though. Oh my gosh.
Wow, he looks fierce. He looks fierce in that shot. Like, whoa.
Yeah, I think they had some pictures of some of the other people, like from his correct
Entourage,
attorneys and
yeah.
entourage. Like, oh, okay. So you're also arresting his accountants and attorneys? I'm like, oh, for heaven's sake! But she had a picture, and she was just like, me, and this really big
Smiling.
smile. Yeah, like, hi.
Yeah, it was funny. That's what they say to do. Was like when
Oh,
they,
man. Dennis had to
So-
leave. Bye,
Aw.
Dennis.
Oh, see you, Dennis.
Take care,
I didn't see.
Dennis.
All right.
That's what they say to do if you get a mugshot. They said just smile and look happy, and then no one wants to share it because you look like you're just having a great
Have
time.
we moved on from meat to talking about politics?
Just
Your
mugshots.
shirt came up.
I was going to ask what kind of side dishes you had with that, or was it just meat with a side of meat?
Gravy.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Big tall glass.
Well, that was just me. That was just me.
Oh,
I didn't eat
okay.
Gravy. We also had mashed potatoes and corn and some other crap I'm not going to eat.
Yeah, and you
So-
had extra meat.
Yeah,
Well-
I had 4 slices. I probably had a good pound of that thing.
Nice.
It was so good.
Well, that's the chef's privilege. You get
That's
as
all
much
right.
as you like. Everybody else
That's
can
all
mashed
right.
potatoes.
Yeah, if you're
So-
doing like a wedding and you're doing like 8 ounces per person, then
Ooh.
one of these will feed about 20 people.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, we had 15 people here. And we had, a couple servings left over. So if Matt and Becky had shown up, they would have had food. So
And nobody would have
I
starved.
would have.
Poor Matt.
I
It's
would
all-
have. I just saw the video after, and I've been just glued to this work table trying to finish some art just so I get paid to pay the
Yeah.
rent. So I'm like, I was cranking, and then was that on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Saturday. I was working
Saturday
on the
was
art,
a
yeah,
blur.
and the laundry day, and I can't remember what else we were doing. Mostly just working.
Days like that come up. It's sad, but
Yeah.
man, that looks so good.
What on earth am I looking at? Well, you were, until I took it down, you were looking at the brisket that I made for my birthday.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Is it your birthday today?
No, it was Saturday.
Saturday.
I knew that.
No, I
By
had
the way,
to
happy
take it
birthday.
today.
There
And
you
then
go.
the day before my birthday, we had tomahawks.
Nice.
Oh.
So your life is just full of really good meat.
Well,
Invest in a
I went to
smoker.
Costco for the brisket,
Mhm.
and they had tomahawks there, which they don't usually have tomahawks. And I'm like,
But they didn't make it to the birthday. They didn't make it that long.
no.
You buy tomahawks at night and you eats them.
That's correct. That is correct. And the thing about brisket is you don't have to dry brine it or anything because you don't want to draw the moisture out of it, right? You
Really?
want all that moisture in there. So you brine it, or you don't brine it. You season it, and then you
Okay.
throw it in the smoker. And the thing is, dude, I got so paranoid
Mhm.
when I pulled it out the first time to wrap it because
Mhm.
it was hard, and I was like, "No, I'm doing
No.
something wrong,"
Wrong.
right? Because
Trust the process.
supposed to
Trust
be
the
like
process.
gelatinous.
Right, you
so,
think so.
I took it out and I wrapped it. And then when I went to grab it the second time, it was so gelatinous that little temperature hole where I put the
Mhm.
thermometer, it just squirted juice out of there. It was like,
Oh my God.
whoa. So I had to be super careful about how I pulled that because I wanted to wrap it in a second sheet of tinfoil so that I wouldn't lose any of that juice when I pulled it out.
Right. So that's after you take it out so you cook it from, I think you said 2 until about, was it 8? Was the first time you cooked it and then you took it out to
It was
cool it?
240 until 8:30. It was about 6
Okay.
hours. Oh, no,
So 6
about
hours.
And then the second time was another 6 hours. I was just waiting for it to get to 210 degrees internal, which is nice because on the Traeger, you just stick the thermometer in there and check your phone. And it'll tell you
Oh,
when it's
nice.
the right temperature.
So was it still on heat when you took it off the first time and wrapped it in foil again? Did you put
Yeah,
it
the
back
smoker
in the
was
smoker?
still on. Yeah. It was
Oh,
on
okay.
at 225 the whole time. I could have
So you-
cooked it faster
Mhm.
if I'd have done like 275,
Mm,
but
but yeah.
I wanted to sleep.
Well,
I don't want
there's
to be
that
like go to
too.
bed and wake up in 4 hours.
Right.
Check it, right? It's like
Yeah, you
So.
use it over time. Usually the more time you give it to breathe and rest, the better it comes out. It seems like.
yeah, they said rest it like 4 hours, and I ended up resting it for 5 hours. So total time, start to finish, was 5 plus 12 plus an hour prep, so 18 hours.
18 hours. Now, how long did it take you to eat it?
Not that long.
But you're still thinking about it how many hours later?
Yeah. But it was amazing because it was, the meat was $50, and then the pellets, I was probably used $4 worth of pellets, maybe
It's not bad.
They're so cheap. They're it's like,
Right.
you know. How much did I spend on the smoker, if I may ask? Yeah, I got it on discount. That's the reason I have it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Because I've been
nice.
looking at Traegers for a while, and I knew like that one was like $1,500 online, and I was like, I don't want to spend $1,500. And I was at Costco, and it was on sale. Like
Huh?
three weeks before my birthday, it was on sale for $10.99, and I'm like,
Ooh, yeah.
I know how much this
Man.
cost online.
I mean, it's not like you're not going to make use of it when you're on a carnivore diet.
No, and you think about if I had paid for that much brisket over at Coop's Barbecue or any barbecue in town,
Oh yeah.
that would have cost $250
Yep.
at least, right?
And
Yeah.
how much was that one brisket? I know you said it was 3 something a pound. How big of a brisket was that?
That was 14 pounds. It cost me
Wow.
$51, $52, something like that.
Yeah, that's quite that'll pay for itself pretty quickly. Plus, there's that quality of life thing. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you think about it, all right, so that's what to feed 15 people,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's
not bad.
you can't get Taco Bell for that much.
No,
I know.
no, that's the truth.
I know.
If you get some tortillas and fill them up with that, and put some taco sauce on top, you'd be
Oh my
ahead of
gosh,
the
I
game.
could have taken that, just ripped it up and mixed
Mhm.
barbecue sauce into it. And
Oh
freaking
man,
barbecue brisket sandwich. Oh, that would have
Oh,
been
that would've been
amazing. Except I
good.
don't eat the bread.
yeah.
But
The barbecue
it was just
sauce.
so good without barbecue sauce. It was crazy. So
That is. somebody
Fuzzy
get
Creature
that.
says that seems to be one of the better brands to use. Yeah, it seems pretty popular. I've been a friend of mine has one in Texas, and he was like, just that's where I started looking into them. My
I heard about-
neighbor used to smoke all the time, but he would do it the old-fashioned way. So he's like outside all day checking on it, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
that's a lot of work.
So it's like digging a hole or something like that and putting stones in it, kind of smoking.
No.
or-
You just had the classic, where you put wood in and then you
Oh.
all that stuff. But the wood pellet, so it's like on this not like a conveyor belt. It's like a big corkscrew that like slowly delivers these wood pellets into the flame to smoke or to burn and smoke, and the computer determines how much more it needs by the temperature you set it at.
Oh, nice.
So I set it at 225. That's between 223 and 227
Sure.
the entire time, just because of how the computer turns out. And I don't have to do anything. It's like plug and play smoking food.
You put it in there, it just adds more stuff as you need it and keeps the temperature right. Because I was watching some shows about like the history of cooking, and good lord, like back in the before times, before they really had measuring temperatures on like ovens and stuff, they're like, okay, here's an oven, and it's like you've got like a palace or something like back in the Dorian area or whatever, like a good luck cooking something, and you're like, there's some wood in there, and you're like, okay, that's not hot enough to cook anything. They're throwing it in, and after a while, they're like, this is officially a furnace. It will destroy anything you put in it.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's a science.
Well,
I'm glad
it is a science, but like you look at wood-fired pizza, they do that all day long. They just,
You get good at it.
yeah.
Have you thought of? I mean, could you make like a wood fire pizza with your Traeger?
Yeah, I could get a pizza trade. That's one of the things on
That's one of the
that
things
they
you
advertise. You can make
accessories.
pizzas in your smoker. I'm like, why am I going to make pizza in my smoker? First of all, I'm a carnivore. I'm not making pizza.
Right.
Second of all, there's a Little Caesars across the street.
It's just fine. You could, you know what? You can make yourself some barbecue, and you can put it on top of a Little Caesars pizza, and now you got barbecue pizza.
There you go. Get a pizza stone. I'm not going to make pizza on my Traeger. Sorry. I'm just not. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I need to do some experimentation with it, because that thing can get up to 500 degrees. So it's like there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it, but we'll see. So far, I've just made jerky, ribs, and
I mean, I feel like you could just kind of lather, rinse, and repeat with that. Those things have all been really good. If you just end up with brisket and jerky, I think
Mhm.
you're okay.
That jerky was amazing. I need to go get some more meat.
Did I mention,
like-
did I mention I nearly got a job at Little Caesars? Corporate?
You got
What?
a job? You work at Little Caesars now?
No, I was actually seriously interviewed. It was down in Detroit. It was being seriously interviewed, and well, after the third one, they decided to pass. And then I took another job. 6 months later, I got a call from Little Caesars corporate saying, "You interested in trying again?"
Oh, what happened with the last
really?
guy?
Yeah, no. Well, they the funny thing is that Little Caesars, from what I was told,
Mhm.
Little Caesars, which is a global organization. I mean, they got Canada, Mexico, China, you name it. That entire organization was run off of a customized point of sale that they purchased, system that they purchased, and a mainframe program, a mainframe system down in Detroit with like 15 people. And so they decided they were going to modernize, and it went from 15 people to like 150.
Oh no.
Huh.
You know, it ain't broke, but
So it was interesting. Yeah, it was kind of funny. They called me back and said,
All I know
you know,
is that before Biden was in office, Little Caesars pizza was $5,
yep, it had been.
and now it's $10.
Is it a bigger pizza? Is it a tastier pizza?
no, it's the same pizza.
It's the bottom of the barrel pizza at Little Caesars.
They're not into making great pizza. They're into making pizza now.
Fast
So,
pizza.
you want a pizza?
They had
it's
it.
ready
They
in
had it
5
dialed
minutes.
down. They had the exact number of slices of cheese or of pepperoni for each piece of pizza. They had it all perfectly dialed so that they could deliver a good, cheap pizza.
Yep.
And then they had that since 1993. A good, cheap pizza until Joe Biden destroyed the economy
Mhm.
and
And ruined
doubled the
pizza.
price of my good, cheap pizza.
But the crazy bread is still carbohydrate crack.
Lots of carbs. Lots of carbs.
The crazy bread.
The crazy bread
Yeah.
is smaller now too. I remember the crazy bread being like big, long, like breadsticks. Now
Yeah.
they're like these little fingers of bread. I'm like,
Yeah, I remember I used to get just like a thing of crazy bread, and it was it was good. It was like they were big and soft and squishy, and they were covered with like garlic butter, and it was like what, $2 for like a bag or 2 bags or
Yep.
something like that. And you're like, ooh, nom 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 nom, and I liked it better than the pizza. And now
Yo,
it's kind
yo.
of like, yeah, I don't think so much.
what up, Baz? Let's say hi to the people in the chat. I haven't done that. Hello,
Yeah.
Jay Hamilton says Little Caesars is the McDonald's of pizza, just like Domino's. No, Little Caesars pepperoni pizza, and I'm gonna stay there. Well, actually, oh man, they're 3-meat pizza.
Uh-huh.
That's good stuff. Or do you remember the? Oh, this is so stupid. Do you remember the bacon wrapped pizza?
Bacon wrapped pizza.
No.
Oh,
You don't remember the bacon wrapped Little Caesars pizza? Oh
I
my gosh! There's
Feel
a
like
whole video about it. Bacon.
ooh,
Right.
I
bacon
used to
wrapped
eat
pizza.
Little Caesars, but then I switched to Domino's, and then
Ah.
I
Domino.
started. Yeah, Domino's. Yes, Domino's. I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that? Dude, what's that dude's name that does the fat black dude does the food reviews? That remember Kanan did the art for their Antonio
Oh.
Bryce did the comic book.
I remember
Dave
that.
Bite,
Yeah, I remember
Dave
his
Bite.
name. You know, it was
Dave
really
Bite.
good too. Hungry Howie's.
Yep.
Okay, how
Dude,
is-
Hungry Howie's makes the best calzones. Oh my! I
They
don't know if
used
they
to have
still
good
do.
spaghetti.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to get the spaghetti there, and
All
then
right,
it
I'm
got.
sorry, I have to
Oh,
show this
sorry.
because we're talking
We
about
have to
it.
see it.
Baz says, "Dame." Oh yeah.
mean?
Hello, Jay, Baz, Fuzzy Creature. Sorry, I can't scroll now.
Comics Bear.
I'm on a mission now.
Oh, and Domino's. My wife used to work for an insurance company that did insurance on the Domino's franchises outside of
Really?
Michigan.
Huh.
So
Oh.
she's been all over Domino's too.
Yeah, Domino's is garbage pizza.
No, Domino's is the best, man. The crust and everything.
Domino's.
No.
Domino's is actually the headquarters is actually on a farm.
Yeah, I used to go there.
Whoa!
I used to go there.
Worst pizza ever was at Round Table Pizza in Santee. Round Table Pizza is the bomb. What are you talking about? Although I would rather have. Okay, there's a category list of things here.
Okay.
I'd rather have fresh, hot Little Caesars pepperoni or Costco pepperoni than Round Table pepperoni.
Oh.
But if you're getting like mushrooms and olives on a pizza and artichokes and all of the other stuff, dude, all day long, Round Table is the best.
So it depends on the kind of pizza you're getting.
Yes.
I've never been there either.
All right. Dude, you gotta check this out.
I hope you're excited because, as you may or may not know, Little Caesars just released their bacon wrapped deep dish pizza. All the news media, they jumped all over it all last week. A little bit of coverage over the weekend. Couple of you even got it extra early. But I waited to make sure that we all can get it together. So I waited till the 23rd. Here we are. I'm over here at Little Caesars. Let's go.
Yeah.
None of you have seen this, really? Or none of you have ever had Little Caesars bacon wrapped crust?
No, I've never even heard of it.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I don't eat at Little Caesars though. I
Does it
just
still
eat Lay's.
exist?
All right, I'm gonna skip
Lay's
forward.
pizza.
Here we go. All right.
As I open the box so we can look at this together, yes?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, Little Caesars, I just gave y'all a plug. You better respect my gangster. All I know is it smells all type of good. This thing is hot, fresh. I was the first customer in. All right, look. Look at all little pieces of bacon trying to get on the creep. I just want to see the side. This thing's supposed to be made of bacon. I just want to see the side.
With bacon.
Look at that, people.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
I'm trying to get a nice angle for you. Oh.
I wonder if they have like.
I don't know whether you should eat it or get a hotel room.
I don't want to make you guys wait any longer.
And this, I think, if I remember correctly, this was only $9.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like you get all that extra stuff. It's like, oh, I'm drooling. I actually really want one now, but
Do they still exist?
I don't think that they come out now and again. I don't know. I haven't seen it there for
It's
years.
like a seasonal.
but, oh my gosh, it was so baller.
I think we waited long enough. Hold up. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I grabbed my first slice. I didn't even properly pull it up out the box yet. And all I wanted to do was just touch the crust because I have bacon all up on the crust. It's a very tough bacon strip. Yes. Aye. Bang, bang. All right, let's go. I was going to hit the crust first, but I want to build up the anticipation so we all, know what it is together. So give me a minute while I beat up the pizza.
Nom, 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 nom. I think it's good by the looks of his face. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, unquestionably, it's a really good pizza. So, Detroit style, Chicago, New York, doesn't matter. This was the bomb. They should bring it back.
Well, we all been.
Although it'd be like $20 now.
Yeah.
All right. Sheesh.
Waiting for Dame. What is that bacon wrap crust game like, baby? We about to find out.
He's gonna eat the whole thing.
Yeah, he is. He's not gonna leave any of it. Ate and left no crumbs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, baby. I'm trying to break off a piece of bacon. It's literally breaking in my hand as I'm trying to break it off for you guys. And this bacon is crispy. Little Caesars all beat my situation. First, we have crispy bacon on the crust that is extremely crunchy. On that buttery crust, you know how Little Caesars gets down. But then they take it to the next step. They've actually taken pieces of the regular strips of bacon and sprinkled it all over the pizza, player.
There you go.
Oh,
Look, do you see the piece of bacon?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see this pieces of bacon on his pizza?
extra
Little
cheese.
Caesar, you trying to get me in trouble? Ooh.
Where's this guy at?
That tomato sauce
It
is
looks
crazy.
like a
I
parking
think it's
lot.
like in Detroit or something. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
okay. So I was looking at the snow, and I'm like, this of course, this has got to be sometime in like anywhere between September and July.
Sorry, Bader.
Sorry, Spider. Finally remember to join a stream, and the first thing I see is Mike torturing me with pizza. Well, we were torturing everyone with
Brisket.
meat earlier. Brisket. Yes. Perfectly smoked brisket.
No,
Yum.
freaking
Crazy fresh right now. And again, I'm not gonna stunt. I was the very first person. As soon as she unlocked the door, I went in and put my order in. So this is pizza number 1.
Nice.
This is literally pizza for breakfast, is what he's describing.
There you go. Well, bacon is a breakfast food, right?
That
it's
is
like
correct.
toast with bacon.
Toast. It's a giant piece of toast.
Mhm.
with some
Cheese.
There's egg in the bread.
Yeah,
egg.
probably.
Egg.
I don't know what pizza number 31 is gonna taste like. I'm getting pizza number 1 off the top, off the muscle. That means your experience might be a little bit different if you start stunting and you want to get a pizza later. You better get that 11 a.m. pizza when they open the door, player.
No, that's not true. Because Little Caesars throws away their pizzas after like 15 minutes. If someone doesn't, even when they're hot and ready
Mhm.
stuff, they're throwing pizzas away all day long. And it
Ooh.
drives me nuts because, like, I'll eat a pizza that's 2 days old sitting on the table. Like, give me the stack of pizzas you just have underneath the thing.
For $5.
Yeah, right. And they're like, no, we can't. I'm like, yeah, all the homeless people are gonna go in the back after the shift ends.
Take
Anyway,
them and then sell them
yeah,
for
that's
$5.
That's what I'm saying about Little Caesars pizza. It's when it's fresh and hot.
Oh,
It's
that must be nice.
amazeballs.
We still do have a Little Caesars, but I don't think ours did really well. Like the pizza was always kind of tough, and
Really?
yeah, even if you tried to order something custom made, it by the time you got there, it was dried out, and then they kept trying to cut your mouth when you tried to bite into it. It's like,
Really?
ow. Yeah, ours just wasn't
That's crazy.
particularly good.
Yeah.
But I do remember when there was a good, and I remember it being tasty, but I was still pretty little then, and we moved, so I don't know. Maybe someday our Little Caesars will be a nice Little Caesars with good Little Caesars pizza, but
Yeah. I don't remember what happened with the comic book with Bryce. I did a cover for it. But yeah, I don't know if he shipped it or what. With Kanan, don't think it fulfilled. It didn't do well. I don't really think there's a lot of crossover with YouTube
Pizza?
food channels and comic books. But
maybe recipe book.
Mozzarella game is ridiculous. Tomato sauce is proper. Season game, garlic game, pepper cheese game. Yes, that spicy pepperoni is adding extra flavor.
Like,
Oh, is that an extra piece of crispy pepperoni? Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
gone.
Why?
I love the outro
Bacon on
music.
top of bacon. The bacon is not faking. Oh, let me get all that bacon. Let me get all that bacon, all that mozzarella. I didn't even take my lactate pill. Ah.
I'm pretty sure he's going
Foodie fam, I don't know about you, and I don't know about your particular bacon wrapped deep dish pizza at Little Caesars. But my bacon wrapped deep dish pizza from Little Caesars is the truth. All pizzas should have extra crispy bacon sprinkled on top if you want to wrap your pizza in bacon. Little Caesars, needless to say, you're getting a 5 all day, son.
You look so happy.
Foodie fam, as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit it with a thumbs up. If you hated the video, hit it with a thumbs down.
All right. Yes. So, as I was explaining, it is amazing pizza.
Yeah, it sounds good.
The 3 meat's good too. The 3 meat has sausage, those bacon bits, and pepperoni, and extra cheese, and that's just a mouthful of meat because it's like you picking it up and just meat's falling off of your pizza everywhere, and the cheese when it's fresh and hot.
We've been
However,
getting
Cold Little Caesars
not so much.
cannot touch cold Round Table.
No.
Like
What's
I
your-
love a slice of cold Round Table pizza. Little Caesars.
Ah. The quality of the bread, you think?
It's entirely possible it's the bread. Little Caesars. Sorry, this is gonna sound dumb. Little Caesars bread tasted a little more yeasty,
Mhm.
almost like you're eating beer,
Yeah, I can see that.
right? And I've always noticed that about it, but it's that
It
or
tastes
the
really good with
quality
cheese.
of the cheese. Yeah, I think it's probably the quality of the cheese. Whatever the cheese is they're using at Little Caesars, it's probably a cheaper cheese, but and it's fantastic, hot and melty. But when it's cold, it's just kind of
The texture changes a little.
Yeah,
Yeah. A drier kind of cheese. That would make sense because mozzarella is not a particularly dry cheese. So if you're using a lot more of that or maybe mixing with another kind of blend, it might,
mozzarella.
when it's cold, be
And
a little more tender.
The thing I love about the mushrooms at Round Table above far and above any other pizza joint is that they thin slice the mushrooms, so they're only like a millimeter thick before they cook them, right? So they
crispy?
dehydrate, right? They dehydrate on when they're in the oven, into melting into the cheese and all of that stuff, and it's just a better flavorful experience. And I just because you cut a mushroom too thick, it's got all that moisture in there.
True.
The last
That
thing you
can
want on
hurt
the
the bread.
topping of the pizza is something wet.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That can let a lot into
Yeah.
it's bread, especially for other things. Yeah, you don't want a soggy crust. That's not
Right.
that's not good eats. We've been getting these Domino's pizza. It's the best that's available to us. I'm sorry. Now, what's your feeling on thin crust pizza?
I mean, I like thin crust. I don't like the cracker thin crust pizza.
Oh, okay. So like a Brooklyn style pizza
Little
versus
Caesars
like
has that. I mean, like literally, the pizza's like super, like as thin as you can get it, and still hold toppings on it.
it's almost a saltine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like my pizza crust maybe quarter-inch thick or more.
Oh, okay. So is that
Not
like a
deep
foldable
dish.
kind of pizza? Not
I'm
deep dish.
usually not a big fan of deep dish. I went to Chicago and I hated it.
But the bacon one, is that
The
deep
bacon
dish?
wrapped deep dish. There's something about the bacon
It's-
wrapped deep dish.
It's like breadsticks, but also pizza.
Yeah, it's the
Mhm.
Little Caesars bread. It is really buttery, really
Yeah,
just
it's good that way. Oh, I've got this. They have this like a special where you can get basically for, like $10 for like a medium pizza that has like 12 toppings on it. So I get that with like I trade out the pepperoni for bacon. So I get like bacon, Italian sausage, and I think it's got like sometimes I'll add Philly onto it, and then let's see, and like beef, it's got that on it, and add like onions, and I will sometimes have pineapple because it can be nice
I
with
like
barbecue sauce
pineapple.
pizza.
I'm fine with pineapple on pizza.
Oh,
In
my
fact, when I was a kid,
Mhm.
Round Table used to have shrimp. Those little bitty shrimp.
Oh,
You get shrimp on pizza.
shrimp on pizza.
That was awesome. I don't know. I don't think they do it anymore.
Like fried
But-
shrimp or just like
No,
grilled
just
shrimp or
those little
just
shrimp, little bitty shrimps.
okay,
then
and then just in the
Little
oven.
shrimps, big shrimps,
Little shrimp,
lemon
Shrimp
shrimp,
gumbo.
barbecue shrimp, orange shrimp, coconut shrimp, pineapple shrimp,
shrimp
shrimp
fricassee.
kebab, shrimp fricassee, shrimp on a bobby. Okay, Jeff and Matt are probably the only ones. I don't know how old you girls are. I'll just assume you're very young. But when we were young,
Mhm.
schools did this horrible thing of putting pizza toppings on cornbed.
Oh,
Do you
oh
guys-
no.
Oh,
No.
hmm.
Dude, I live
No?
in Michigan. Cornbread is like an anathema up here.
It's disgusting. It's like, why would you do that?
Why would you do that to
Like when you
cornbread
just
or
had
to
too much
pizza?
cornbread and you had too much
Yeah.
mozzarella. What exactly was the plan here?
It how? I mean, cornbread isn't
That's
thin; it
evil.
crumbles.
It was just pizza toppings on top of cornbread.
cornbread. Oh my goodness!
You gotta
Oh,
do
It
that.
does
Put
sound
it
like
on
it's thin,
top
right?
of a frickin'
Was it
biscuit.
just? Did I just have the world's worst lunch lady at my
Yeah,
house?
you did.
Or Was she like trying to kill us?
Hey, I'm pretty sure there's a reason why my mom bagged my lunch.
It's gross.
Oh, Rusty likes pineapple and barbecue sauce pizza too.
Barbecue sauce pizza is not pizza.
No,
just gonna
it's
say it
not.
now. It's not. It's
I
a
But
wouldn't
big-
it's good.
it's a big piece of flat bread with barbecue sauce on it.
I once had barbecue chicken pizza at a local bar chain. Of
Yep,
course, I was
how was it?
hammered. So
So it was good. I just
yeah,
said
of course, at
bread.
that point,
Oh,
everything
no.
tastes good.
Guy from Redback loves the cornbread pizza.
But don't put bacon on it.
No, you can put bacon. You put bacon on cornbread.
No, and then it was
Well, I
always like
on cornbread
they
pizza.
didn't have proper toppings, so they had like some sort of sausage, but like sliced up into tiny cubes.
Okay.
You know, kind of
So-
like the toppings
Oh, like
on
the frozen pizzas.
like the bagel bite pizzas.
Yeah. mhm.
Yeah, like that
So
kind of top, like that.
They probably have it in a gun and just kind of air spray it onto things. Like,
I just have a hard time. I mean, imagining that cornbread that the texture cornbread could actually handle the job of carrying toppings. And any cornbread I've ever experienced has always been very tender and falls apart easily. I might be thinking of like Jiffy Mix, but
how does it get from the plate to person without absolutely
crumbling.
collapsing?
Spatulas.
There you go.
Next.
Next, kids aren't allowed to complain.
I do really enjoy cornbread.
Yeah. mhm.
I've
And I like pizza, but I wouldn't put the two
I
together.
never liked cornbread. No.
it looks like guy was kidding.
Nah, okay. He's never tried cornbread pizza.
That
But if I
might
did
be
make
well.
it, I might like it. Well,
Well,
okay.
certainly possible. Huh.
It might be
Hold on
good.
a second. I think Matthew Weldon was responding to a message.
Oh, how nice. Hello.
The best
Uh,
bread-
Egg on
Breakfast.
toast with cheese to top, followed by half an avocado. All right, how do you cook the egg on that, Ginger? Cornbread pizza is a crime in some southern states. You could be right about that.
It could
There.
be a crime. It's like attempted murder.
You're murdering pizza and
Like
cornbread.
they have this breakfast pizza. I think it's at a raceway. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
It's like eggs and sausage and gravy in a pizza form.
The dough's made out of like biscuit, so it's like a.
That just sounds like
crust.
biscuits and gravy in a triangle.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It kind
It's
of
like
is.
biscuits and gravy, but they also put eggs and like sausage and stuff on it. So, I mean, I get it, but I guess they just wanted to be able to put it in their little wedge-shaped box. Okay, we've got these wedge-shaped boxes for the.
Yeah, that would be actually an
Pizza.
easier way to serve gravy
Hmm.
and eat it in a car.
Yeah,
I know
true.
this one guy that actually did serve biscuits and gravy and breakfast, but I couldn't imagine, trying to eat biscuits, getting your
gravy to
fingers and
go,
eating it in
yeah.
the car and stuff. Just the
Matt Weldon
pizza
in?
process, huh?
Is Matt Weldon in the chat?
No, I'm chatting with him on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
tell them hi.
Hello, Weldon.
Cornbread pizza. Hmm.
Yeah, that's just
No.
wrong.
It's sometimes good with chili. But
Yeah.
that's just plain cornbread.
Yeah, but I mean that's
That's-
chili's not pizza.
Chili is not pizza. They're not like you couldn't.
No one
You
has
can eat
beans.
pizza by your hands.
No one has beans on a pizza.
It's true. I haven't seen that yet. Actually, I don't think I have. Any?
Not even international like pizzas.
No,
And
I've
that's
never. Seen...
probably a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say so.
Yeah,
I'm all right with that. What kind of beans would you put on a pizza? They just roll off. You have to fold it in half, and the beans go rolling up.
Well,
the
I
end
mean,
of
you'd
it.
have to
Nah.
put cheese on top of them to kind of seal them in place.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah, you got to keep them tacked down with something. Then you'd be okay.
I forget.
roll it up.
Somebody had like a nacho pizza. And
Nacho.
it might have been Little Caesars.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, what
you could get-
refried beans?
Okay, sorry. Wait, stop. That's not a
What?
thing. Nobody ever made a nacho pizza.
Yeah, they did. I telling
No,
you, they did.
Taco Bell made a Mexican pizza.
No.
That's good,
This
But
was
it's not pizza.
This is a pizza, and it might have been Little Caesars. This is
Domino's had a
Is
taco
this little
pizza.
demonic thing? Is that like like a red skull poking out.
It looks like a red skull paddle ball.
So a skateboarder contacted me and he's like, hey, do you have any copies of this particular deck? I can't find them anywhere online at all. In fact, there's only like one image of it online. But he's like, this is like the first deck I ever had. And I found out you were the artist, so I was wondering if you had it. And I was like, I dug through the garage. I was like, I actually do have one copy.
Wow.
And it's like in mint condition.
Awesome.
And then I also have the original art for it.
How cool.
We're working out a deal.
Oh, I bet. That would have to be a thrill for him. Aw.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's very excited. He's very excited. So go on with your lies about nacho pizzas.
No, there's
Nacho
like
That's nacho pizza.
There was I think Little Caesars did a nacho pizza or a taco pizza or something like that. But it had, if I remember correctly, it had like pinto beans or what would have been otherwise refried beans, but it actually had beans on it and a bunch of other toppings.
No.
Refried beans on a pizza?
I don't recall me liking it. Of course, it all depends on how much beer I had.
No. Some things just should not be done, and that's one of them. Okay, but I am going to look it up on YouTube. So what was it called?
I think it was like nacho pizza or hang on. I just sworn it was Little Caesars.
So I guess it would be
Pizza Hut.
not just Pizza Hut. So some kind of taco pizza.
There's nachos at Pizza Hut.
I remember we went to some kind of a pizza buffet, and they had like a taco pizza, and it was covered with lettuce.
Oh wait, would that be Cece's?
Yeah, that was
I've had
I
taco
miss
pizza.
taco pizza. There you go.
It's
It may not
good.
It may not have refried beans on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I never had the courage to try pizza with lettuce on it. I'm like, oh.
No, I had like all the taco like meat and chips crushed on there and a little bit of lettuce,
Okay.
tomato.
Lettuce?
Yeah.
If we ever get back to CC's, I might try that. I might go, it's okay.
No, I don't see
Yeah,
anything.
taco pizza at Pizza Hut.
Taco pizza.
At Pizza Hut. It was in
taco.
the
I
80s.
put nacho taco.
I couldn't remember which one
pizza.
it was, but it had refried beans on it.
Refried beans on a pizza.
Whoa.
No.
Great.
One of
It
those
had,
deep dish.
it had seasoned ground beef, taco sauce, tomatoes.
Oh
lettuce,
my gosh.
And I swear to God, it had beans on it. 'cause
I
remember
found
seeing
it.
that, like,
Oh, this
Jeff wasn't making it
this
up.
shouldn't be allowed to be real. This is okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. I like it
this is
already.
It's a pizza looking taco tasting pizza. A pizza looking taco tasting
Taco tasting pizza.
pizza looking taco tasting pizza. Your taco pizza at Pizza Hut.
Hut.
Not again. It's a pizza looking taco tasting pizza. A pizza looking taco tasting pizza.
that was such a
A
long
pizza
time
looking
ago.
taco tasting pizza. Your taco pizza at Pizza Hut.
No, wait. Run that by me again.
It's a pizza looking taco tasting pizza. Your taco pizza at Pizza Hut. We're coming in for taco.
All right.
All right.
Hey, was that dude from?
Nice.
Was that the Shooter McGavin?
I don't know.
Aye.
I think that's Shooter McGavin.
Could be.
You guys?
Yeah, it looks like him. That looks like him.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Nice. So he likes taco pizza.
All right. What year was this? 1979. What year?
Oh wow.
Let me look this up. What year did Taco Bell's value menu come out?
You only want tacos, no spider?
The truth about Taco Bell's dollar menu.
Hmm.
Those are good days.
I remember they used to have a kids meal, and like
1989. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. This is a painful memory for me. When the value menu at Taco Bell came out, because Taco Bell, I feel like I told this story last week. Did I tell a Taco Bell story last week? So Taco Bell, I must have told it to somebody in the house. Taco Bell was going bankrupt, and then they created the value menu, and like everything was like 59 cents. Right?
Oh.
And they exploded in popularity because people could go there and get, go get 5 tacos for the price of a Big Mac or whatever.
Yeah, because it takes that much to fill up.
Yeah, right. But apparently, the really good ingredients they were using were expensive. So I went in. I remember it was. Let's see, I remember it was during high school. So that 89, it had to be earlier than that. But I went in to Taco Bell, and I'd eat there like almost every day, and I bit into my taco, and I spit it out because I was like, "Who the hell pre-chewed my meat? This is disgusting." It was like cat food. And I just went up to the counter. I'm like, "What's going on with the meat? What happened to the meat?" She's like, "Nothing. That's the same meat we've always had."
Don't gaslight me. Lady.
And it's been that meat, the meat you get now. It's been like that ever since. It's not Steve Gutenberg. It's Shooter McGavin. Don't you know who Shooter McGavin is?
Steve Gutenberg. They both have curly hair, I guess. Huh?
Did he have that price?
Oh, that's totally him.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's definitely.
Yeah.
Kentucky Taco Hut restaurant.
Shooter. It's Shooter. I should have just shared the whole screen so I can present, share screen, entire screen. Boop. This guy.
Oh, there you go.
Shooter McGavin.
He's trying to.
There he is.
Trying to track down his taco pizza. It's a taco tasting pizza looking pizza. You guys have seen it somewhere.
Yeah. No more taco tasting pizza. Who the hell thought that was a good idea?
Hey, did you know that, speaking of Shooter McGavin, do you know that, was it Bob Barker passed away, right?
Oh,
yeah.
And then did you see Adam Sandler paid a tribute to him? Because I guess, yeah, Adam Sandler was like visit him. Whenever Bob Barker, they show a picture of him in the hospital, and Adam Sandler's there, like talking with him, sitting by the bed, and like Adam Sandler really liked him, and he said that he thanked Adam Sandler. He said, "I moved to Hollywood to get into film." That's what Bob Barker said, and he goes, "The only one who let me in a movie was Adam Sandler." It was great. He got to beat up Adam Sandler. I just watched that recently too.
The price is wrong.
Yeah, Bob. And then he's like, and then I like it when he's like on the ground, he's getting up, and he's like, "Had enough?" And he's like, "Then not enough, huh?" And he's like, kicks him right in the face, and he's like, "No, you have." I was like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, that was priceless.
Price is wrong.
Getting beat up by an old man.
Shooter McGavin looks old. Oh, stop.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin, man. He was he had a bunch of different movies, like old movies in the 80s and stuff.
Well, he was in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies.
Was he more than one?
Like has a bunch of like the same crew in all those different movies.
He had his family and friends and cousins and everything in his movies, and now he literally has his daughter and his daughters and his wife in his new movie.
I'll be back.
Or it's a series.
Wait, his daughter is playing his wife?
No, his daughter is playing his daughter, and his wife's playing his wife in his new movie. He's like has his actual family playing his family in a movie. It's like he just went straight to like, yeah, it's weird. I was like, what? But
Well,
hey,
they should have a chemistry about them.
but that's that's what he does. He treats all of his friends. He pays them really good to be in these things. Like David Spade said that Adam Sandler, like when he was in his movies, one of his movies with him, Chris Rock called up Adam Sandler, or he called up David Spade, and he goes, "Hey, look in your driveway." And so he's like, he looked at his driveway, and there's like they unloaded a Maserati into his driveway, and he's like, "Oh, great!" And he goes, and the guy, he's like, he thought Adam Sandler was having him look after his car while he's out of town. So he's like, "Great." He's like, "Now I got to babysit the car." And he's like, "No." He goes, he gave you a car, and then he goes, "What did he give you?" And he goes, he's like, "Ford Focus." And he's like, "Yeah, right." But he's like, he gave everybody a Maserati who was in Adam Sandler's movie. He bought them all Maseratis. I'm like, geez, man. And then he's like, and then he said, so anyway, he's like at a restaurant and he finds out Adam Sandler's eating with his family and friends. And so David Spade's like, I'm going to pay for the bill for him just without telling him, right? So he goes up to the counter and he's like, I'm going to take good care of his bill. And he's like, you sure? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I make money too, you know? He's like, the guy, he gives him the bill. It's like for like $1,500, something like that. It was $15,000. It was like something crazy. It was like $10,000, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like he's like, because the guy's like, "You sure about it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I make money too, you know. I'm a star, you know." And then he was like, "Oh, like I didn't expect that."
How much were they eating?
I don't know, man. They must have been buying expensive champagne or some wine.
It's
or something.
always the drinks. Taco Bell gets you with the drinks, the fancy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Taco. That's why I drink water when I go to fast food places. I always drink water only. That's all I drink.
Well, maybe he had been magnanimous and decided to pay for the food for the other people in the restaurant. Then picking up his bill would have been picking up everybody in the.
That's why you ask what the bill is, and then I'll take care of it.
I find out later.
No, because then if you're like, oh, never mind, then you're a cheapskate.
Yeah, but as long as they don't know you're inquiring.
If you're gonna make the effort, then you got to go all in.
I'd pass, man. If it was over $1,000, I'm like, holy. To me, like that's a
I have been drinking a little bit of sparkling water lately.
Sparkling. That's fancy.
They have this little.
No, like that. It's kind of like LaCroix, but it's the cheap Costco stuff.
Is it a little salty, or is it?
No, it's just.
Okay.
You know, it's got the hint of lemon or grapefruit, but
the flavored ones.
Yeah,
that's the best
one. Those are nice.
I put a little bit of honey in my iced tea, but that's it.
Whoa, honey!
Yeah.
Oh, I've been making.
And he is drinking gravy.
Straight gravy.
Oh man.
Meat drink.
I actually believe it.
I've been making for a little dessert yogurt. Greek yogurt's good, but I got some like whole milk probiotic yogurt yesterday too, and that's pretty good. And I'll put honey on it, and then I'll put I'll chop up some dark chocolate and just sprinkle it on there and stick it in the freezer for a little bit so it gets extra cold. That's really good. It's not frozen yogurt or anything, but it's like.
I feel like I was looking at. There's this guy who did this book called Baking Yesteryear, and he does a bunch of TikTok videos, but they're on YouTube too. And it's like different kinds of desserts and things that are made like from the 1870s through like the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. So they're from more vintage books from different eras. And he was doing one thing that was like an ice cream that I think it was
Should I
like,
go crack the book?
Yeah, I think it was like it used gelatin and it could have been something like yogurt. I don't know if they had it in the book or whatever, but just kind of interesting the different ingredients that were brought together and how, like, depending on when you would mix them, they'd be like, okay, mix it like whip it now and then put it in the fridge and let it set for like an hour and then like whip it again and then add another ingredient and then put it in the freezer and then leave it, and the consistency that it would get. And I'm just kind of like, that was interesting because they used a lot of different ingredients back then and a lot less carbs. Like gelatin and beans and stuff were used a lot more. They actually had a recipe for a cake that was made out of pinto beans. It didn't have flour in it.
Yeah, all this carbs crap started after in the 50s. I think. So I watched a thing about this recently. What happened was the Soviet Union had a like a blizzard or something like that, like a cold snap that wiped out their entire wheat harvest. And so they needed food. And so the American, they were the communists, they were the enemies, but America was apparently happy to sell them food.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, that's the only decent thing to do.
So the government here started subsidizing all our farmers to switch from other crops to wheat. Right. So we suddenly had
way too much wheat,
crap ton of wheat farmers. We sold them wheat, and then wouldn't you know it, the next year or two, whatever, they had wheat because they were farmers and they plant every year. And then we got stuck with just trillions of tons of wheat. right?
Mhm.
In no market. And so that's when the FDA created the food pyramid, which suggested that 80% of our freaking diet should be carbs.
Should be wheat because we have a lot of that lying
Yeah.
around.
A couple generations later,
Why are we eating so much flour?
yeah, because before
It's
that, people mostly ate animal products, right?
Mhm.
And like we'd have some bread and we'd have some vegetables and whatever, but
'Cause we-
subsistence, I mean, healthy subsistence, people ate the hell out of meat.
yeah, a lot
Eggs
of
and
different
bacon.
kinds of ingredients. It's
Sausage.
just. But it was pretty impressive to find out that you could make a cake out of beans, and so the recipe I think was like from like maybe the 40s or 50s or something like that, and it was like 2 cans of pinto beans, and then get a bunch of peanuts and put them through your grindomatic, like your what? Like grindomatic. Oh, okay.
It's what you grind your coffee beans in.
So you can use it with the big nuts too.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, Fuzzy.
That one guy who had a friend who probably grows a lot of wheat. Oh, is this the magic ice cream? What's this one? Oh yeah, Jello. Oh, it does have some milk and heavy cream. It has granulated sugar in there, but you might be able to use something else.
What if you can make Jello with honey as a sweetener?
Isn't
There's
there such a thing as
sugar-free
crystallized honey?
There might be.
Is there
Sure.
crystallized honey? Yeah, that really, really old honey.
Yeah.
Somehow it gets over on the top of the jar, and you kind of just shake it up.
Some people just gather that stuff up, grind it a little bit,
If you
and
want
sell it.
crystallized honey, you just get good honey and put it in your cabinet for about 6 years. 7 years. It'll turn into
And then
crystal.
eat all the candy off the top of it. So
Yeah.
magic ice cream is kind of like sherbet. Well, that might be good though. Penguin icebox cake. Oh
Big
no.
blue moon tonight. Try and check it out. I don't have a big sweet tooth. I never have, so that's part of the reason why this carnivore diet
Works out for you.
isn't really hard for me.
Oh man, I got a sweet tooth.
Do you really?
Yeah, that's why I have to use stevia.
That would work. Oh.
Say it again.
Hello.
Hi. Oh.
Okay.
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you
Oh,
too.
hey.
That's awesome.
She's watching Hoarders.
Love this show.
Oh. So how was the Chick-fil-A?
Oh, that's good.
Amazing.
I just
Nice.
get the chicken and then salad.
Wimp. I get the spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh,
Ah, did
that's
you get the
what
waffle fries?
No, we didn't get the fries this time.
substitute it for salad.
Yeah, salad.
Ah, healthy. There you go.
Did you use the buffalo sauce on the spicy chicken sandwich?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Mix it with ranch, dude.
She
I
makes
mean,
it
I put the Chick-fil-A sauce and the buffalo sauce on it. It's like a
Ooh.
big
You know
floppy
what-
mess, but it's
That
awesome.
You know
sounds
what's
good.
also good is I put an egg in it too.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You like come home and you fry an egg and you put it in your
Yep.
sandwich?
Mhm. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
kind of
that is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was frying an egg for her and putting it on the sandwich.
Aw,
Sunny side up.
sweet.
Have you
I
gone
know.
to Canes? Have you guys gone to Canes?
Oh yeah, I did in Vegas. Yeah.
Raising Canes? Yeah, they just
Raising
opened one like 5 minutes from here.
Oh really?
We've been there way
Oh.
too many times. We buy the big tray with 25 strips of chicken
Whoa.
in it.
Oh,
Family
Yes.
pack, huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
yums.
Yeah, we
No one
went there.
goes home hungry.
They had
Get some
ice.
food, girl.
They had iced tea. The standee cardboard standee of iced tea, like pitching the iced tea at Canes. I was like, what? Hardly. He's a rapper now. He's pitching iced tea at Canes.
I mean, his name is Ice T.
Yeah, it totally fits.
Yeah. Fits. There was
What?
this I saw an ad for, I think it was for those little strips, the contact ones. You put them on the wall and it has a little hook on it, and it uses like a sticky substance, so you don't have to. Yeah, Neil's name's on there. And I saw an ad for one of those, and it was like, I think it had a Lowe's or something like that, and it had MC Hammer standing next to it. It said "Stop Hammer Time."
That's
Hammer
nice.
time. You
Uh,
gotta make the money, man. Pay those bills.
It was such a good pun. Kind of like the one author said he doesn't do commercials. And he said it's called the prune of tomorrow. Like, when do I start work? Like
Ray Bradbury, I think.
Yeah, like the prune.
Yeah, it's funny because I went to at the Directors Guild. I went to like a show with a screening with MC Hammer was there promoting it. It was like a Christian film, and he was there with the guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. 1040, I think it was called.
this is so off topic, but dude, this Hoarders episode is
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dude,
What's so
Penny has a lot of crap.
Yeah, this she's
Like-
a hoarder.
Yeah, she's got over 3,000 containers in her place, just filled.
What,
Oh. What?
what is?
Yeah, but she never has to find something to put in the fridge.
Right?
Hey, John Wick says I ate Chick-fil-A in 2004. Talking about it may require a return.
Oh, 2004.
Yeah, man, 2004. That's a little long overdue return.
John's hanging out in the Unapologetic American chat.
Oh, okay.
He's not
Oh.
catching all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, Chick-fil-A is great. I love it. I had it the other night. Was that last night? I think it was last night. My wife brought it home.
Ooh.
And I just,
You have a great
I just
wife.
took the meat out of it and ate that.
Yeah, those chicken strips, man, are so good.
Yeah, get some
That's right.
Mike, I'm looking up a stupid question on the internet, but I still think you know the answer. The smoker, when you just grill, do you still use wood pellets? I've never just grilled on the smoker, and the fuel for the smoker is wood pellets. I don't need to answer in chat. I can answer. Don't worry about it. We're not running a very tight ship here.
Oh, well, I think we're talking a lot about food. So
Did
I think
anybody
it's
see? I know this is totally non sequitur, but you guys see Mitch McConnell?
Yeah, I heard he
No.
blanked out again.
Freaking
did?
complete lockdown. He's
Again?
Oh, dear.
Yep,
yeah.
Oh my.
I'm gonna find it.
we're being run by senile old men.
Man, it's him, Dianne Feinstein, and
I mean, get the
Biden.
hell out of the leadership of our country, please.
Well, remember they used to pick on different like Reagan. They're like speculating that he might have had it, but they couldn't tell. And then this guys are like overtly like senile, and they're like, it's okay.
Yeah. Watch this.
Senator, you're up for election in 3 short years. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in
Oh.
2026.
That's
I'll just power down for a moment if you don't need me, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
This is a joke, man.
Oh my gosh.
Can you hear, Grandpa? Huh? Can you run the
I'm sorry,
country?
Roland, you need a minute?
Oh no.
Penny.
He just
Oh, yeah.
soiled himself.
Oh, poor thing.
Gosh. This
Remember,
makes me mad.
This is the guy who was virtually salivating to work with Joe Biden after Trump got
Yeah.
through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
It wasn't that they didn't hear.
Yeah, that wasn't the issue, darling.
Oh my goodness. You know, if you don't want to do like just normal grilling, like Fuzzy, maybe you could just like get a little grill and like a bag of charcoal like outside of the grocery store. I know Publix has those during the summer. So if you just want to do
Hibachi?
outdoor cooking but don't want a big smoker, then if you're not going to be smoking the food, just one little grill like a hibachi or something might work out.
That is a symptom of micro brain strokes. Yeah, like a TME, transmigratory edema. It's, my grandfather had those. But my grandmother
Sorry.
was what's the word? She's starting to have what is it? It's not Parkinson's. It's that one where you're like slowly lose
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. So my grandmother had Alzheimer's, right? And my grandfather has a stroke in the kitchen. I'm smiling. They're both dead. It's fine. So my grandfather has a stroke and falls down on the kitchen floor. And my grandmother has Alzheimer's, So she starts yelling at him to get up, like, stop messing around,
Oh.
stop playing around.
Oh no.
Yeah, but they're dead, so it's okay. We can talk about it.
They're in better places now.
Yeah, my grandfather lived to be 93.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my grandmother was at my
Awesome.
wedding, and like we were watching. It was the night before the wedding at the rehearsal dinner, which was so it was July 4th. We were watching the fireworks. My grandma grabs me by the arm. She's like, "So when are you getting married?" I'm like, "Grandma, this is my wedding."
Wedding. Like in about 10 minutes. Oh, it's awesome.
I would crack a joke. I was genuinely sad to see. I know it's like, I can't stand the guy as a politician, but dude, you can't have people like that behind the wheel of a car or behind the wheel of government.
Dude, it makes me mad because if I was a reporter, I'd be like, get this guy some medical help, man. He's a vegetable. I would be speaking out
right?
like they all act like everything's fine. Oh, it's good. It's all good. Nothing
This
wrong.
is not okay. Get him a doctor.
Stop acting. That's what shows you they're all in cahoots when the media is not calling them on it. They're like, oh, it's normal.
It's not like it's the first time either.
Yeah, but they all act like it's normal, And then they're trying to go, I think Trump might be having a problem because he just seems gruff and all blah blah. And these guys are literally falling apart at the seams, and it's like nothing, silence. It ticks me off, man. That's why I said people that are supporting all these guys, I'm like, I can't take them seriously when they start trying to argue about things. I'm like, dude, you're okay with potato guys falling apart, and you're acting like nothing's going on, nothing's wrong. I'm like, how can I take you seriously, man? And like I said, I'm not a political party guy anymore either. I don't like any of these parties, but come on,
man.
Come on, man.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Did I mention last week like what I've been thinking about doing for an unapologetic American?
Oh,
Just thinking
what's
about
that?
rebranding it as American Apologetics.
Oh,
And
interesting.
rather than, because I'm honestly, I'm just a little tired of
The attacking.
not so much attacking. I mean, I am tired of that. I'm tired of everybody harping on the same topics and then like trying to squeeze into the same mold to grow their channels and just try to write algorithms. And I know that's how you can grow your channel, and it's a time-tested channel growth thing. But I was thinking about it being an apologist for America, where you're, rather than trying to trumpet what I already believe, which, there's plenty of people out there with much bigger audiences doing that just fine.
So what you're saying is you want to be a growthing person. Nobody caught that.
No.
Sorry.
I could hear the right over that.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of like ways to be more, how like Russell Brand is a left-wing guy, but he's trying to express stuff in a way that it's not about party. It's about and
basic human
about
decency.
basic human decency and basic fundamental principles that most Americans share.
Right. Any
But,
good godly person would.
So many get caught up in party politics, in team dynamics, in ideology, that they kind of push away. It's like the liberals, the quote unquote liberals, who are for the war in Ukraine. It's like, bro, where did your principles go? Right? What happened to?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I'd asked you what your principles were a few years ago, you would have said non-aggression, freaking peace in the world, and blah blah blah.
They're against the war in Iraq, right?
Yeah, and you want to start World War III with freaking Russia.
And they're like, it's worth it because he needs to be taken down. I'm like, dude, you realize China is more of a threat than they are. The USSR doesn't have tons of money. They don't have like these giant crazy military. They don't have a 1 billion-man army.
Yeah, but so I want to try to find some way to like kind of reach people at that level where it's like just back off of your ideologies.
We have
Let's
more
go
in
back to a
common.
place of principle and tell me
Yeah.
what your principles would say about current situations.
Hmm.
And I'm not sure how to approach it exactly, but when I get back into making videos, I think that's the direction I want to take it, rather than just trying to I don't want to beat drums for
one
right.
political side. No, I get it. I was watching some like debates and things like that between some theists and some atheists.
Mhm.
And he was talking about the Christian was when he went to Russia, and he was talking to some of the people there, and they're talking about, can atheists be moral? And it kind of like, there are people who call themselves atheists who are moral, but atheism doesn't necessarily have a morality, because you can't, if you say a person's life has value and you shouldn't subjugate people to just because you have power and force them to do things against their will, well, you believe that because there's a God who created everyone and loves them. But why would somebody who doesn't believe in God or anything having value have the opinions that everybody believes? And he was talking to someone who was in Russia, and they're talking about the communism and when they were going through that. And he was saying, we tried to remove God from, we tried to figure out how to remove God and still value human life, and we killed 40 million of our countrymen. And he was like, as far as we can tell, it can't be done. And I think that common belief in what's good, I think, comes back from knowing that we're all created by the same God. And I think people, and I remember he said
Are you talking
It was
about what the
British.
atheist believes? No, the atheist in Western culture believes that this innate morality that they have comes from nature and evolution and whatever. I'm like, no, bro,
No, it
your innate morality is from growing up in a culture that has been shaped by 2,000 years of Christianity.
Absolutely.
Because if you were in the culture prior to Christianity, you
Yeah.
would happily believe in slavery. You would happily believe in child sacrifice. You would happily believe in, polygamy is not against the Bible, but you'd believe in polygamy. You'd believe in all of this other stuff, depending on where you lived in the world at the time.
Right.
That you would have considered normal, innate morality, but you live in you live in the Christian West. That's bottom line. You live in the West that has been completely dominated morally by Christianity for 2,000 years. And that's your intuitive mind. Because if you go back to your logical mind based on the principles of the belief that you're
professing to have. Yeah.
There is no good or evil. Might makes right. And there's no reason, rhyme, or purpose to life.
Yeah. So
it's all relative, right?
Right.
That's what they do. It's all relative.
It's honestly, it is the dyed-in-the-wool moral relativist atheist who is the most honest about their atheism.
Yeah, it's such a terrifying thought when you listen to some of those people talk, and you're like, you realize this can't. If you look at what you say you believe, and then you look at its logical progression, you know where you're going to end up, right? Like, oh no, you think God is the only moral center of the world. Like, yes, he is. This isn't going. If you look at where you say you're starting and what you believe, you're going to end up someplace terrible. I mean, if you say survival of the fittest is all that really happens, then how can you possibly expect to believe something good?
Right. Now, that's not to say that an atheist cannot live a moral lifestyle. But it is not based on objective morality.
Right. It's not based on.
I'd rather an atheist in America.
Yes.
Right. Who's got that background of Christianity and that No, I
Right.
know what's right.
Of course you do.
Sure you do. That's fine. You just keep doing what's right, buddy. But yeah. Is the DC animated movie Injustice any good? Never saw it. Guy says, yeah, I don't think you can find morality through evolution or in nature. Otherwise, we would have single motherhood without any consequences.
Why is a family structure necessary? Why do people have broken hearts, and why does that hurt them?
I don't think you can find morality through evolution or in nature.
Yeah, there's not really much of a morality, especially when you think that bears will sometimes eat their own kids, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, yeah, if you look in nature,
I just saw
there's
this.
no morality in it. Yeah.
I remember we read on a Evan Boyd show. Evan Boyd's Story Time is what it's called now. We did this. He did this one book called The Hatchet.
Oh yeah.
And it was about this 13-year-old boy who ended up he was flying to Alaska and his plane crashed in the Canadian wilderness, and he had to survive on his own, and he was only with a hatchet. And I remember one of the sentences when he was spending like a few days out in the wild was like, in nature, there's nothing. All there is to life is food. It's like I worry catching food, preparing it, protecting it. There's nothing else. There's no time to think about good and evil or things like that. It's just like food. If you gather in groups, it's to gather food. It's like
That's West Africa too. I talked to a guy from Sierra Leone once in a coffee shop. I'm like, wow, Sierra Leone. I'm like, what do people do in Sierra Leone? And he's like, we look for food all day, every day. I'm like, welcome to America. Can I buy you a coffee?
Look for food. I'm like, yeah, dude, Africa, man, it's so different over there too, because I think one person pointed out, I think it's true, is like that one of the things that they're really open to is spirituality over there, right? And he said, you notice when people are open to that, they get they get more attacked. Like the American Indians are open to spiritual stuff. And look at them, they're pretty hit hard. And the same thing with Africans, they believe in that. I mean, if they see something really, really weird or crazy out there, to them it's just like, yeah, they know that's normal. Like, you know, supernatural things happening. They're like, yeah, it doesn't freak them out. I mean, I've heard things from people who live there talk about things like, oh yeah, you'd see this happen, and they're like, what? And I'm like, man, if that happened over here, people are all like, I don't believe that stuff, right? And you even see stuff that's really crazy out here, even, and people still can't even believe it when they say it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one. This is great. I used to watch this guy all the time when I was in Texas, because he was on a local channel there. All his stuff is on YouTube now. Now, this isn't him talking, but it's this great dude, like just one of the students who was there on this campus. So Cliff Kneckley, he's an apologist, and he goes to different colleges and just challenges students at colleges to think.
Oh yeah, I've seen this guy. Yeah,
so,
he's good.
Watch this bit. This is great.
The white nationalists pushed Christianity down your throat.
Christianity was in Africa before Europe. Whoa! Did you hear that? Christianity was in Africa before Europe. Yeah, like Ethiopia. Go ahead, keep going, brother. The Ethiopian Bible is older than the King James. And thank you. That's exactly right. The argument that Christianity brought colonialism brought Christianity to Africa is completely wrong. Why is it completely wrong? Because Christianity was already in Africa before Europe. Christianity was in Africa before Europe. Everybody hear that? And one thing you need to know is that Christianity is not a European religion. Whoa. One more time. Real loud. Christianity is not a European religion. Man, you're awesome. Christianity is not a white European faith religion. Keep going, brother. I like you. Jesus wasn't white. Jesus was not white. He was a Jewish man, right? So he was kind of brown. And even though, the Europeans brought European culture to Africa. For example, I'm from Nigeria, right? So the missionaries came to Nigeria and they set up schools and all that. So one thing you need to ask yourself is, why did the people there choose to accept this religion? And one of the reasons why they chose to accept this religion was that some of the values being propagated by this religion already aligned with their values.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good. Yeah,
That's
when he was
awesome.
talking, explaining that, it totally lined up with their values already. It made sense to them. It was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course it does. That's
Yeah, I used
awesome.
to watch that dude all the time.
Dude, I'm telling you, the stuff they see in Africa, people here would they would lose their minds if they saw the things that happen over this things. I mean, people like doing things supernatural things that you'd be like I seen a video, I can't find it. I looked for it all over. I see a video where they had these giant, it looked like they look like grass teepees, and they're swirling around and dancing, and it looks like somebody's underneath it, moving, making it bob up and down, dancing, and it's dancing around. There's a guy dancing around with him. Then he takes it and he flips it upside down. There's nothing in it. It's like nothing, no like wheels, no nothing. It just, and it's like they're doing this. It's like a witch doctor making these things are like moving around, dancing, bobbing, doing a choreography, and there's nothing in it, And that's what I mean. It's like stuff like that. They're not like people in Africa. Oh yeah, I've seen that stuff before. It doesn't blow them away because like they see weird supernatural things on the regular. But here we're so busy with our everyday culture. It goes right by our face and we don't even see it. The subtle things,
Yeah. It's.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, that was music. My music. Sorry, I would have put mute.
No. It's saying I'm having a internet connection.
Really? I mean, it seems okay on our end.
Okay, there it goes.
Oh, it should change
I'm
its
just
mind.
posting Cliff's YouTube channel up for anybody who wants to bookmark that. It's
cool.
great stuff. It's
Cliff.
He takes on all comers.
Nice.
Who was saying it's the spider? I think it was that it's going to be hard. Oh, here we go. Doing it in an unbiased way is going to be challenging. Talking about my new American apologist type stuff, and I don't intend to be unbiased.
I don't know if it's possible.
I just don't intend to be like
a doormat.
Confrontational. What? A doormat? No.
Yeah.
I don't want to be confrontational about presenting the values of America that like I think a lot of people tend to forget that we all share. And how to approach that, it's gonna be
I always wanted to be John Locke.
But I really it's like, dude, I'd rather listen to somebody like I said, Russell Brand, or even Bill Maher. Even if I disagree with 80% of the stuff he says, I'd rather listen to him because he's coming from a place of earnest liberalism, like his classical liberal. He's obviously too far to the left on 80% of things.
Yeah, but he's willing to talk to people like Chris Rock.
Yeah, he had Jordan Peterson on.
Oh, nice.
Not on his he's got this like YouTube show where he just like has somebody over. Yeah, it's like a podcast. He has somebody over for like an hour or two and they just shoot the crap, and he had Jordan Peterson on, and it was a great conversation. Obviously they didn't see eye to eye on everything, but I remember when that used to be how everybody was, right?
Yeah, that was the norm. Yeah, it wasn't unusual to disagree. Now it's like,
right,
if you disagree, everyone's like scared, and I'm like, I reached a point where I don't care. I mean, if somebody thinks it gets
I don't
mad,
want to
like,
reach that point, Matt. I want to.
Like,
so
if
you
gets mad,
reach that point, then you've abandoned the ability to bring somebody back from their.
I've written them off. Like if they're past a certain point, I'm like, joy hell, I'm like, I can only do so much. But like I said, I realize this. I don't believe in the whole
I missed that part in the
political
Bible, Matt.
Well, I don't believe in I'm not like I used to be, where I'm like diehard partisan. Like now I'm like, I don't listen to those shows and don't watch any of those shows anymore, because I also want to say, hey, if I can talk to somebody, I can tell they're diehard. Just a lot of times too online, you can't tell if they're even real. probably fake accounts. So it's like they're just trying to push a narrative, you know what I mean?
So what you're saying is the premise is going to be there ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy. It's just you and me, and we just disagree.
No, I'm the good guy.
Did nobody catch that joke either?
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
We
what it was
just disagree.
James Mason we just disagree.
Yeah,
Called
there
Club
ain't
Random.
no good guy.
Yep.
There
Yeah,
ain't no
that's the one.
bad-
Yeah, I saw the Gutfeld one. I didn't see the Ramaswamy one. Swammy.
Swammy. Yeah, I
But
just saw that it
it's kind of like who's that Oliver fellow with the song?
Oh, yeah. Richmond, north of Richmond.
Yeah, it's like that kind of where he's
Which guy's
speaking
that?
these truths that it's funny because the left and the right are trying to grab a hold of him and claim him, and he's like, I don't care about your politics. This is just what I think. It's like,
yeah.
And then on the right, we're like, yeah, but you're saying everything that is correct, so you're on the right. I've said it myself, but he doesn't care about the politics, and that I think that at the core of 99% of Americans, they believe that stuff, but they just have blinders on from their ideologies and their.
Because they just try to get to these hot button things to get more clicks and likes. So they go, what gets under their skin? We'll put this out.
Yeah.
And then everybody automatically assumes that I side with a certain hot button topic because I'm obviously on the right. So you obviously believe in this. And I go, no, I don't. And they go, what? You know, and then like, I go, dude, because they're like, oh, you probably love Mitch McConnell. These guys. Like, and I don't. And I go, I don't like
There you
these
go.
guys.
Okay, for example, Rhaegar saying Richmond, North of Richmond already disavowed the conservatives, and I think he's a left winger. That is such a knee-jerk reaction to him saying he doesn't want to be used by politicians, right? Because he's anti-establishment. He doesn't want all those 81-year-old freaking brain-dead establishment political zombies controlling his life.
Yeah. And you know what it is, though, Rhaegar? He's terrified of the left. That's why he knows they're cannibals and they'll lead him alive. He knows the conservatives won't do anything to him, right? But he knows that the left will try to tear him apart. No, he's scared. Trust me, all these guys are scared of the left. Like even like Bill Maher, not Bill Maher. Was it Bill Burr? Remember that comedian? He was actually down with Trump, just saying he liked how he just didn't give a care. But when he saw how the left hated him so much vitriol, he kind of backed down. He was like, "Hey, he's just a clown. He's not a good guy at all." And all. And he's changed his tune because he used to go, "You know what I want for president? I want a guy who's going to be like, hey, look at these documents I found at the CIA. Look what they're doing," and just start reading them off in front of the press. I would love a guy who just comes out. And that was before Trump even knew. He's like, and then as soon as a guy like that came out, he's like, back away. When he saw how crazy things got. I mean, they're attacking people in the streets, you know. So, but I think we're reaching a point where people are gonna like get tired of that too. With, you know, I think they're starting to see. I think more and more people are waking up to what's going on. You know, despite how it might look.
Thanks, Pearson.
Wow.
Says, God bless your work. Honestly, I'm terrified.
Terrified of your work?
Nah, don't be.
His art's not that bad, man.
I mean,
he said he's terrified of your work.
No. Terrified of this direction the country is headed. But I mean, let's not get super reactionary. It's worrisome. But if you look, I think we've been spoiled, first of all, for a good century and a half now or so.
Yes, no doubt.
Of the blessings of this country. And it is scary thinking that people who want to tear down those blessings could take enough control to, run this country into the dirt. But still, like, historically speaking, we're still like in the best freaking country and time ever. I mean, people are like, oh, what about the 50s? It's like, you know how people in the 50s lived? In poverty. If you go by the modern standards of poverty, that's what the mid-high income average family in the 50s, that was their life. but how could they live on one income? And it's like, well, if you want to get rid of your big screen TV, your cell phone, your second car, your air conditioner, your washing machine,
Right.
well, no, maybe keep your washing machine, but get rid of your dryer because you're gonna have to dry all your clothes on. All of these creature comforts that just pile on and add to monthly bills. That's why we need two incomes these days, right? I mean, home prices notwithstanding.
Right.
I think
If you wanted to live in poverty, just like, and you know what, go ahead and dress like they did in the 50s too. You want to live a 50s lifestyle, you can do that on one income and still raise a family. But you know what, your kids aren't going to have iPads, they're not going to have PlayStations. They're going to have a ball and a stick and a bicycle just like they did in the 50s.
That's what my kids are going to have. They're never going to have a cell phone until they get old enough to get married.
they need to call.
Careful, my youth pastor said America is spoiled and 9/11 happened the following Tuesday. Well, I'm just making a point, right? We are spoiled and we want all these things, and therefore we're sending two people to school, two people to work to pay for it. We're sending women to work so that they can pay to have somebody else raise their kids.
Yep. See, my wife stayed home.
There's this meme where it shows like this lady saying, I don't want to be controlled and told what to do by some man and have to slave over a kitchen stove and kids for him. And then the guy's like behind her's like, okay, Kathy, your 15-minute break's over. Get back to work. You know? It's great.
Pearson says, that's a really good point, especially about why two incomes are needed. It's just scary to think of Trump's charges, and I'm worried for him. He doesn't deserve this. I'm not worried about that. That's all fodder. They can't really do anything.
You can
what
always
are they going to do?
for him.
Put him in prison? He'll win from prison.
Yep.
I think Christians need to really pray, though, more than they did in 2020, because I don't think Christians took it seriously and kind of let things slide. And I think they gave Trump too much credit, because I'm like, it's Trump's not doing all this, man. It's God, man. He's not that good. Trump's not that good. He's smart. He's crafty, but he's not that good. Where everything was sliding off him like bullets were just. He's like playing with them. They weren't even. I'm like, that's God, man. His grace and mercy on us. So we gotta remember that. Keep him in prayer, and the people who struggle with that, and try to give a little prayer once in a while still, because I'm telling you, man, it's like I said after this last election, I'm like, I was told my dad, I go, well, I'm never voting again, because I'm like, it's over. You know, there's no more elections ever. If they can get away with that, because Dad's like, next time, like, ain't no next time, man, it's over. And then, but then I was like down for a while, but my dad talked to him, and he kind of showed me how some things, despite how bad it looks, a lot of things could happen that were good these past few years. Like, for instance, Roe versus Wade, that I never thought that would happen, at least not during a Biden presidency. That was insane.
Man.
That's crazy. You know?
If they had absolute power, if their dominion over culture and law was as airtight as they want to make it look like, that never would have happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, some things surprised me. I'm like, you know what? That's true. There's things happening despite what's going on. So I'm like, it made me start going, I'm just going to trust God, and whatever happens, happens, and God, trust him to work things, but really pray about it too. That's what I'm doing.
All things work for good for those who are called according to his purposes. Those who love God are called according to his purposes.
Absolutely.
Amen.
God work it all out.
Do you think? I was wondering.
People will not tolerate being ruled by people they don't think they voted for. Oddly, people on the right will, because we did. People on the left, they rioted and burned down cities when they thought Trump was not legitimate.
Yeah, it's like someone said, like it's like going to a boxing match, and you're going to the boxing match, and the opponent pulls out a knife, and you're like, whoa, you got boxing gloves on. He's got a knife, so you headbutt him, and then like refs like, whoa, that's not illegal. That's a legal move. You can't headbutt somebody. He's like, the guy's got a knife, and they go, you know what? We're better than he is. We're gonna make sure you play by the rules. We're better than him. Just do boxing. It's no longer boxing.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, it's the good thing, and it's the problem with conservatives is we actually care about the rule of law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We're not going to go. No conservative army is going to burn down a city because Joe Biden steals another election. You know?
No, they won't. No, it's like, and that's the thing is, I have some family friends who they kind of believe in that one. I don't know, it's been going on since the beginning of 2020 after the election. They still think that like somehow Trump is still in command of like 2/3 of the military, and he's like giving orders at Mar-a-Lago, and there's like another government branch divided into two, and it's warring factions. And I'm like, that's not happening, you know? But I think it's controlled opposition or giving that false information to dishearten people or just to make them, you know, apathetic. I think everything's just going to work out magically. But I'm like, yeah, I didn't believe it when I heard it for the first time. There's like a secret government in Mar-a-Lago and there's really warring factions. And I'm like, that's a thing that you wish would be happening, but it's obviously it's not happening. I mean, Trump didn't try to like fight against this, like in like getting a command in a military troop to, you know, physically fight.
No, look, I mean that's the bottom line. If Trump had wanted an insurrection,
he could have.
Yeah,
he could have.
He had the military at that point.
He could have sent out one flippin' tweet and said, "On January 6th, don't forget to support the Second Amendment as you come see me in Washington, D.C." And all of those people would have brought guns. None of them did. None. Literally, none of them brought guns.
Wait, was it Rachel Maddow? Is that her name, Maddow?
Mad Cow.
Yeah, she says that if Trump gets in again, it'll never be another election because he'll just stay in and never leave. And I'm like, wait a second, he was already in, and you said that he was going to do that, and he never did it.
Yeah.
And he even believes that it was stolen, and he still left. So that doesn't even, that's not grounded in any type of reality.
Nope.
So it's like, anybody who listens to you would be like, oh, okay, you're full of baloney. They even agree with her, but they're like, that's baloney. We already know he's, you know what I mean? Look what's happening right now in front of us. It's so stupid, the rhetoric.
There's more truth to this than I'd want to admit. Trump could declare himself president tomorrow. 30% of the people would treat him accordingly. You know, it took 3% of the American population to start the war with England. 3%.
Yeah.
If Trump snapped his fingers and said, let's over those, he would get way more than 3% of the population to start a civil war.
Stream going down in 5.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yes.
There you go.
In Minecraft. Did you hear about the guy that got killed by was it the FBI because he supposedly threatened Biden, and so they came to his house to like arrest him or something, and then he got in a gunfight with him that killed him. I think it's something like that.
I didn't see
in Minecraft.
Yeah, no, but I'm like, it's funny because I'm like, it's not funny, but I'm like, like I said, I take everything with a grain of salt. I don't know if that really happened or what, because I don't watch the news anymore. I just hear clips, whatever people throw on is like social media. DNC never stopped fighting.
John Wick thinks they planted the gun too. Well, that's what they do. It's what
is that a figure of speech? Planted the gun?
No, I think he's being literal.
Oh, you mean I'm the guy that I was just talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like you ever watch Fletch?
I love Fletch. Yeah.
Yeah, when he's getting frisked by the police and they go, "Oh, look at this," and they like drop a bag of heroin on the ground. They pulled out of his own pocket and he's like, "You planted that? Did you call us liars?" And he's like, and then they take him into the jail, and then he's like, and he's gonna shoot him. They threatens to shoot him, and he's like, "You want to shoot me? I'm a reporter." And then he just pulls out a switchblade. He's like, "Well, you see, you try to stab me, and I'll stab myself in the arm here after I shoot you, and just say I was defending myself," you know. And it's like, I'm thinking, dude, this stuff is going on. What do you think that kind of like thing doesn't apply to like higher up?
Bro, Epstein. They didn't even have to do any of that.
Yeah.
They just turn off the cameras, Joe. We'll be back here with Mr. Epstein.
Cocaine in the White House. All those security cameras, but nobody knows who it belongs to, right?
Yeah.
It's a shame they don't have very good security over there.
Can you imagine if that had happened in the Trump White House? It would still be a major story. Like every
Saturday Night Live would be doing skits on it.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if they did any skits on it.
I think Mitch McConnell could use some of that right now.
Maybe it was his EOD. I don't know. Or they're gonna blame him for it. They're setting him up. They're gonna put it in his office and be like, it was his, man. Cocaine Mitch. Didn't they call him Cocaine Mitch?
Rhaegar, I think that's that is the plan. They will remove him from the ballot in several states.
That's why we have the write-in.
Yeah, but I'm really hoping it's like California, New York, the states he's not going to win anyways.
Oh, I just noticed Rhaegar's his avatar. I didn't even notice that. I thought it was actually Goku. Like,
they totally would have impeached Trump for having cocaine in the White House. Oh, you guys want to see what I've been playing at? Hold on a second. Let's see if I can find a good one. All right, I have these on different services, but where'd I go? Streamlab. Okay. Oh man, it's not showing up. Hold on, present. Share screen, entire screen. So I've been working on an NFT collection.
That's funny.
Oh, dude.
I like his hat.
That's cool. The mugshot collection, huh? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Could you do that?
Well,
kind of hat.
Oh, that's great. The tattoos. Those are like Oakleys. Whoa.
Let me see if I can find the one with where it's just his.
He needs cornrows, man. You got to get the cornrows hair going.
Go.
That's after he's been in there for a year.
Luxurious hair there.
What else? Where else did I? Oh, did I post some of these? I did. I posted some of these to Discord, right?
Discord, yeah. Discord.
Where is it? Have I not? Oh, wait. Wrong Discord.
Okay.
Oh.
Fuzzy Creature says, so by law, Trump cannot be removed from the election process as such. Ooh, I like the hair that you have on the sides there. It's nice.
Yeah.
Coming off the sides.
Yeah, so I'm talking with my team about doing some. Give him a beard. Okay, I did one for fun today. I'm not going to use it, but I was doing it because I was on stream with Dark Gift. And so I did this one.
What the heck?
Well, that's a pretty good mugshot, I'd say.
It was the Dark Gift version of Donald Trump.
Well, there you go. That would be really limited.
Yeah, like limited to none.
Custom.
There you go.
Grantis Crosby says those almost look like they were done by a pro. Amazing. As the tattoos and everything. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can work something out, and I'll actually be able to do these. And it'd be great if they sold out.
I like how you got the prison windows in the reflection there. That's what it looks like, a prison, like those rooms with the. That's good.
Speaking of work, I hear you have a collab. A collaboration?
Oh, with John?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a little idea. You know what? No one's watching this. I can let you guys in on it.
John who?
John De La Rose. So I've been telling John for a while we got to do the the Top Grift comic book. And so where is it? Here it is. So I thought it would just be hilarious to have a character that started out looking like Napoleon Dynamite and then ends up looking like Top G, Andrew Tate. That was kind of my thing. And then he sent me this little, quick synopsis.
That's awesome.
And I went through and just I changed a lot of it. I tried to keep his basic plot points, but I really kind of turned it more into what I was thinking. And I think it's going to be hilarious because I'm going to do it in this sort of a cartoony.
That's awesome, man. I like that.
Right. But because I was looking at it, and Andrew Tate, and he's got no chin, so that's why he grows the beard, and he's got that nose and the mouth that just totally reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite.
Right.
And I'm like,
which guy's Andrew Tate again? Is he the guy that's?
All right, let's see if you guys can see the connection here.
Is he the fighter guy?
Napoleon Dynamite. Right. And Andrew Tate. So something about him just totally.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, all right, we're gonna shave his head. He's gonna grow out his beard. We're gonna put contact lenses in.
Or just give him shades, like
Or
prescription shades.
Yeah. Right?
And
you
look
see
out.
it, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it does.
Andrew Tate is totally steroided Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, he's got that type of look. Do you know that Napoleon Dynamite, the actor, is a Christian? The Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, he's friends with Doug.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think he's got a twin brother. Is that right?
Does he?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, so that's why I drew that.
Nice posture.
Is it going to be a Magnificent Seven Part 2? I don't see it, but okay. John Wick sees it. Rhaegar, that's enough for me. Yeah. So I was thinking about doing a Magnificent Seven rides again, but Napoleon Dolomite. Kevin Ryan says, I was bored and missed you, Mike, so here I am. Well, thank you for hanging out, Kevin. Grant Ish says, I always thought Tate looked like a nerd, right? Because let's see if we can find a pic. Yeah, like him without his beard. It's like he
Trying
really
too
has
hard?
this. There it is. There's the shot.
Oh, good lord.
So, okay, now go. Bam. Right? Come on.
Oh, yeah. I can
I'm
see it.
talking about how superior
Wow,
it is to
yeah.
everyone.
Is it real? Yeah, I remember seeing an interview with that guy, but that guy is not a good guy.
These guys are separated at birth, man.
Or are they the same person?
Like All Might, but in reverse. Guy says, okay, I can see it.
Well, Napoleon does have fast reflexes. Remember, his brother, he tried him out, and he like, bam.
I never watched it. I couldn't get through it.
What? Because his
I know
brother's
we've
like,
had this conversation, Matt. We're not.
his
doing it
brother's
again.
like, come on, hit me, Napoleon, hit me. And he's like, so he's like, the doorbell rings. He's like, oh, doorbell. And he's just like, bam, hits him in the head. Because he tries to slap him and he blocks it and hits him. He's like, come on, try me.
Separated at birth.
You got to see it, Mike. If you're going to do the comic, you got to watch Napoleon. You got to
Wait,
see
I
it.
told you he has a twin brother. It's Andrew Tate.
There you go.
There it is.
He's his dark twin. He went the other way direction.
Oh, and gets a little beard, like in Star Trek, right? The bad guys all get beards. The evil versions do.
See, that's part of the plot when he has this down moment. He's like all depressed before he goes back to this sensei dude, and he grows out his couple days worth of stubble, and then he shows up, and then they're like, we need to transform you, and so they shave off his head. They shave off his hair, and they give him a suit, like padded shoulders, like suit. So
Go.
and he
it's a bit
comes out
stronger.
looking like Andrew Tate. Cigar and everything.
Chain Total Makeover. It's like the show, Extreme Makeover.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. Rhaegar is not a fan of that movie either. Thank you, Rhaegar. I'm not alone.
It's hilarious.
John Wick didn't get to Napoleon Dynamite. But then I got to the credits and the entire movie clicked. What?
Well, they show a wedding
Is there
after at the
Except
credits.
after the entire movie, it's not really funny. It's not funny.
Yeah, it's not. It's hilarious. Funny is just like when it's kind of contrived, like, oh, it's cute, but it was hilarious, man.
Funny is The Wrong Guy. Have you seen The Wrong Guy?
No.
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
All right,
It's neither of these guys?
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Well, if you bring him home to meet your mother, it would be the wrong guy. That's for
Guy.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is The Wrong Guy.
Big promotion's being announced today, and I think I know who's going to get it.
The new president, big surprise, Ken Daly.
What? And I am engaged to your daughter.
Daly here is engaged to my favorite daughter.
What kind of a man? Daughter. And if you do have a favorite, then you should label them favorite and not favorite. I swear I will kill you.
So that's the woman that found the body. No, sir, that's a man.
It's the woman.
He's a wanted man.
How far will $36 get me?
Who's there?
Just need your name for records?
My name is Dr. Helen Harris.
No, that's my name.
Smart. Super smart.
The guy I saw stuck his head in the water machine.
Oh, is he?
Another place killed Randall Nagel.
She's on catching this killer. No, they think I killed Randall.
No, they don't.
Dave Foley.
I must live in hiding, never able to rest, never a moment's peace, starting at every noise. What's that, I'll say?
David Anthony Higgins.
Tell the snipers to get in position.
I can hear you.
Sorry.
Jennifer Tilly.
She has
Remember my
narcolepsy.
smells again?
I'm guessing he did.
And Com Fiore.
He's getting in the way. I'm going to get rid of him.
In the story of a man on the run. The wrong guy.
I never even heard of that movie.
No, it doesn't.
It's me.
Yeah, I've never seen it or heard of that movie.
It is so good. It is
Kids in the Hall actors.
Yeah, it's the kind of movie you can watch just over and over and over again, and it's funny every stinking time. It is so freaking funny.
I wonder where's that streaming now.
But you
Can
got the gist, right? He goes on the run because he thinks that the cops think that he killed his boss.
Nobody would assume that.
Nobody's chasing him, and
It's all in his head. Is that the woman that found him? He's like, no, it's the man that found him.
yeah, that's why he had the witness. He's like, that doesn't look anything like me, and the real killer's all, it's me.
Yeah, that guy. I recognize the guy who played the killer. He was in that. Was it the Chronicles of Riddick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
He's
plays the bad guy.
Yeah, the
There's
Lord
this
Marshall.
There's
Yeah.
a scene in it where so the killer knocks him out and starts carrying him, right? I'm sorry, it probably won't sound as funny as it is in the movie, but he's carrying him, and then a minute later, Dave's just like looking around, and he looks down, he's like, "You're awake?" He's like, "Yeah, for a while now." He's all, "I'm carrying you," and he goes, "I thought you wanted to." Oh god, the movie is so funny. Like everybody I show it to, like family and everything, they watch that and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch that all the time now."
Dude, that might be a fun movie for Dad.
I think so.
I like
That's something
comedies.
you might enjoy.
I like good comedies.
It is so good, Matt. You have to see this movie.
I always check out stuff like I like seeing movies I haven't seen that they're like been around for a while. I'm like, I didn't even know this existed. So like, it's just fun watching the older movies that you kind of rediscovering them. Feels like new movies. You know?
Wait, who said, "Tina, eat your
What?
Eat your ham"? Tina, eat your ham. Oh yeah. So
is
there's
that from the
another part-
movie?
Yeah. So there's a part of the movie where you saw he was like trying to get on the train. So he gets on this train and he eats all of this ham, right? This canned ham in the thing. And he gets food poisoning because it's tainted ham. That's why he ends up in the hospital, right? And then like he gets a job as a handyman for Jennifer Tilly. And so he's working all day gluing their fence back together with white glue because he's an idiot. And then,
This is why he didn't get the promotion.
and then it's dinner time, and he like sits down here, and he's like, oh, I am famished. He starts eating this cracker, and Jennifer Tilly comes out. And she says, "Oh, dinner time." She just plops out a ham, and, and she starts cutting. She says, "Oh, don't you want some?" He's like, "Oh no, this cracker was so filling."
Just got out of the hospital for that kind of thing, so I'm good. That's why.
It's so good.
It looks like you can find the movie on YouTube. So.
Yeah, I think you can. I think we watched it on YouTube. I have the DVD.
Oh, there you go. That makes it easier.
Wrong guy, full movie.
It
Yeah, it's on
almost be-
YouTube without even. Oh, it's on the Kids in the Hall channel.
Nice.
So, I mean, we could watch it right now. Just kidding.
That might be fun, but I don't know how long it'll be before the copyright strike anyway.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's on the Kids in the Hall channel.
Oh, okay. Well, that's.
Well, on that note, I'm going to have to get going. I got to work tomorrow. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
See you, Jeff.
Hey, we'll talk to you
Yeah.
guys later.
All right, later, man. Have a good night.
Good night. God
Night.
bless. God bless, Jeff.
Finally, Jeff left.
Have a good night, Jeff. Thanks
Night,
for
Jeff.
calling by.
The movie is on YouTube in the Kids in the Hall channel. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh, Kids in the Hall, yeah. Do you remember the Kids in the Hall? Remember the monkey one? Where he's like, if I don't get a pizza here in 30 minutes, I'm letting the monkeys loose. And like, it's a guy who like he was like the same actor who was in that movie, the lead. He plays an
Okay.
old man who lives in a giant mansion on top of the hill. But it's like it has like these monkeys that are like crazy monkeys that he has in a room. They're all like, and he threatens like to someday open the door and let them loose on the town. And so like, but he keeps the town like at like a hostage situation because he's like they do everything for him because he's like, if I don't get a pizza here in 30 minutes, I'll let the monkeys loose. And they're like, because these are mean, vicious, mean-spirited monkeys. He's like, they're not your normal monkeys. So he starts opening the door, you hear, you know, and he's like shuts it, and he's like, one of these days, who knows, maybe I will open it. And then, oh, that's great. The whole like bit. Look for
So
it. The
many monkeys. It is the monkeys.
Oh, I know what I can share. The last
Jimmy.
pages of a vlog.
Jimmy. Hi.
Wait, what? Why
Look
can't
at
there be
you.
else?
The Jiminy.
Mean monkeys. Crazy mean monkeys.
Let's see. What page was I on last time we did a FAR?
Oh, nice. Ah, I'm trying
I
to
can
think.
catch
The last
everybody
one,
up.
I
think
remember.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must have done at least 7 pages, right?
I
Yeah, let's go back to this one.
think I remember it was the woman with the issue of blood.
Come on. What the heck? Why am I not seeing? Oh no, where's the next buttons?
So where do we do
Alright,
previous?
so-
There you go.
Yeah, it's the one with. So this was the new page, and I've got 7 pages done. Since then.
Touch me.
Summon Weldon. I mean, I don't think he's set up for streaming right now.
Who?
Weldon.
Oh, is he here?
Weldon. No, I don't think so. Jiminy's
What do you
just
mean?
yelling to summon him for some reason.
You mean he's not set up? How do you know he's not set up for streaming?
Because I was talking to him on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And
He doesn't do the streaming anymore, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while. He's talking about getting back in though. So
He's been busy. What? He's been working on deadlines and stuff, or his family, or
he's just been different work. So different work that the schedule doesn't allow. So Matt, can you tell me what's happening here?
yeah, he's like, who touched me? And he's like, everybody's touching you. He's like, no, someone touched me, and then the lady falls down in front of him.
Right.
She's the one who did it.
I'm gonna let you describe what's happening, Matt, because
Okay,
You're the
so
only one that hasn't.
she says, "I'm unclean, dirty, unclean. She's unclean." And then he takes her hand anyway, and they're all like surprised that he embraces her.
I kind of.
What?
Oh, I was just kind of amazed that comic it sort of made me realize like almost the hypocrisy of everyone rebuking her for being unclean when they're all covered in mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
last
unclean.
single one of them is unclean, and I'm like, and that's why Jesus had no problem touching her. It's like he's there to clean all of them. It's like not just the one who's particularly unclean. It's like I've never noticed that, and I've read that passage in the Bible a lot of times and heard it taught, but like that visualization really brought that the reality of that into contrast. That just really impressed me.
Yeah,
Wait for crucifixion.
Yeah.
He didn't rebuke them for being unclean too. He just embraced her. And that's
Wellen, Bard.
he's there for the people who are unclean.
Wellen. I found my favorite.
All right, Matt.
Bards and Bard.
It looks like it's a Pharisee or a Sadducee.
Well,
Maybe
if
this-
you go
a
back,
priest.
go back to this page, you see he's the one that came up and talked that his daughter's dead.
Oh, he's the rich man, the ruler, rich ruler.
Right. So.
Oh, that's right. He was on his way to go help his son, and then he said, "Your son's dead." It's like, no.
Daughter.
Oh, daughter's dead. That's right. Your daughter's dead. He's crying, and then he says, "No, don't cry. She's just asleep. She's okay." So he goes in. Everybody's mourning. Oh, that's good. He's all happy. And then they laugh at him because he says, "She's fine. She's just asleep."
Yeah.
They laugh him to scorn, right? That's good.
Right.
Can you imagine going from weeping and crying to like, bah, laughing? I'm like, what? How would you go to that? Kicks
They
them
were
all out.
hired.
That's awesome. And then he tells her to get up. Yep, and she's healed. Actually, raised back from the dead.
Yep.
So that was like, was that the first person he raised from the dead, at least recorded in the Bible?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. And then he says, "He who loves me goes to heaven," right? She'll see the Father.
Something along those lines.
Love the kingdom of heaven. And then about offending. Is it if someone's offended? Like a
No,
brother?
he's crying.
He's crying. And then, it shows that he comes to him. It's him embracing the person who was hurt, comforting him. And then the little girl with the heart. Oh, is that when he says, "Suffer not the little children," right? To come.
No, it's blessed are those who are pure of heart, for they will be
they will.
Is it loved by God or something like that?
Okay, yeah. And whoever hates his brother, don't, right? Because they're making up right there. Love their brother, right?
Yeah.
Love those.
Love your enemies.
Yeah, love your enemies. That's good.
I was like, how am I going to get the Sermon on the Mount?
Yeah, that's a good. But you can see, like I said, you see the person crying, and then he's comforting the brokenhearted. The guy's a broken heart, right?
Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted.
Yeah.
The Beatitudes.
And then
I couldn't do all the Beatitudes. I just had to.
You can only
That
do
would be a
4
lot of
panels,
panels.
right?
Yeah.
The John the Baptist.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, he raised a little girl from the dead. He's like, he's God, like the King of Kings, God.
Yeah, that's sort of my symbol for Messiah.
Yeah, he's the Messiah. Like, what? Boom, take off. I gotta run. Like, yeah. I was listening to one minister, he goes, there's a reason he said Jesus called them disciples, because they didn't get a lot of things. They weren't like super spiritually in tune,
Oh,
right?
shoot. I didn't upload 73. Hold on a second. Give me a minute.
I remember there was times I was reading this one passage where Jesus said something to the disciples and they totally went over their heads, like they didn't even get it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he just replies to him, "No, she's dead, right? It's like dead. He's dead.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. He's dead.
Oh, Lazarus,
yeah,
that's right. Well, if
he
he's
just- they didn't get
asleep, then let him get some rest. They'll be better off for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like, it's a crack me up because I can just see him going, looking at him like, all right, seriously? He's like, all right.
You're gonna make me spell this out, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see they made some there's some, to me it looks blasphemous. It's called the Book of Clarence.
Don't know of it.
It's some movie or streaming show where it's this like black guy who's supposed to be around during Jesus' time, and he's like trying to act like he's a Messiah to make money, like a con. But then he has like a disciple guy who fakes like being healed, and he's just, like smoking a modern cigarette. I don't know. It reminds me. It's like, I think it's like the Hamilton thing, like they're doing. You know that. It doesn't make sense. Well, that's the new one.
Yeah.
Where's the go?
Man, they're
Oh
out of
my
breath
goodness,
there.
they tired themselves out running.
John the Baptist said, "Are you the Messiah? Heal the blind, the lame walked again, heal the lepers, and brought back to life."
That was referring to was it Isaiah that had those scriptures? I'm trying to think
Matthew
if it
8, 16, 17.
It's Matthew 11, 4 through 6.
4 through 6. Oh, I see on the bottom. That's cool.
So yeah, right? You can get the Gospels, no words.
Yeah.
This is all pictures. Amazing.
Spell it. It's a
Spell it.
A-F-A-R. That's what it's called.
But there is the scripture there, so you can go read the verse that goes with it if that it helps you.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, Bible is great.
Matthew 11, 4 through 6. Jesus answered and said unto them, Go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see. The blind receive their sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached unto them. Blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. I just put don't question, because how am I going to illustrate blessed is he who shall not be offended? This is taking a little bit of interpretation.
Well, I mean, it has to. But saying, like, does it not say something like that? How could there, be a question? But that is interesting.
The one before this is like literally just the one line. It's 11:2. Now, when John had heard in prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples. It's only half a sentence.
It doesn't even say what he asked them. Just he sent 2 of them, and then they got there and relayed what John asked him.
That's the 3 part.
Yeah.
Right. Oh no, it's 3 through 6, not 4 through 6. And said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? Yeah. All right, I need to fix this. So it says 3 to 6.
You already knew. But that had to be hard.
Yeah. Even John, who knew Jesus since Jesus was born.
Yeah, they grew up together. And he was the one who first proclaimed him. And the reason Jesus' disciples went and found him was because John was like, oh, that's the Messiah. Like, oh, let's go follow him.
Yeah.
He's like, that's fine.
So if even a guy like that has doubts.
Yeah. You're in good company.
Yeah.
and our Savior's far greater still. So merciful.
All right. Well, other than that, if you guys haven't gone to LoneStarComic.com and gotten yourself Lone Star, Mind of the Monster, Well-Read User is going to be doing a review stream tomorrow night. I'm not entirely sure how spoilerific he's going to make it, but if you don't mind spoilers, you could probably check that out. Otherwise,
be cautious.
Yeah, otherwise just buy it. Buy it.
Yeah. And then you'll know.
yeah, you can go down here and get all 3 books, 1, 2, and 3, Heart, Soul, and Mind for only $68.
Very cool.
There you go.
Nice. Do you
Anybody
have
else got anything they want to shill before I wrap this up?
show? No.
Um,
Do you-
I'm just working on modded and yeah, getting that done. So I'm on page 66 right now.
Amy's done with her part.
Hurry me.
Waiting for her to hurry up.
Hurry up.
I like that cover. Is it by Lin Wu? Is his name or
Lineal Yu? No,
Lineal
this is
Yu?
by Paolo Pantalina.
Oh, okay.
He did it after Lineal.
Oh.
Lineal. And then this one, well, that's mine.
Mhm.
This one's by Kari Evans.
Kari Evans. Which one is? I forget what he did.
He did Daughters of the Dragon.
Okay. That's
Pretty.
nice.
He's been a friend of mine since junior college.
Did he color it too, or do you have the colorist do that?
No, that was Chuck Michael Obach.
I like that name. Check
Look like a little buck.
And this is not the color. I did other colors for this. I should.
That looks cool too.
He has the brown hat.
A bit like it. And then there's the Kim Jong Gi.
Oh yeah. That's Kelsey Shannon colors, right?
Yep. Kelsey
Cool.
Shannon.
It has a
Not
big
in that
A
order.
on the hull.
Oh yeah, Spider has commissions open. I do too. If anybody wants a commission, hit me up privately, and
Oh, neat.
we'll get you taken care of. Other than that,
No Spider to you.
thanks everybody for being here and chilling out and talking meat and Jesus.
Yeah. Those are 2 good things.
So nourishing.
So
And with that, say goodnight, everybody.
good night,
Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out.